What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
I'm just laughing at us. You know how we do.
Yeah.
How are you, man? What's the word on your end, bro?
Doing pretty good. I'm like you. I'm getting that golf itch back.
Oh,
Even
hey
though,
now.
I mean, you know, I've been playing golf, but like I'm looking at new clubs right now.
Oh,
Things are getting competitive.
so you
within the
like
friend
out
group.
here then? All
yeah,
right.
things are getting competitive within the friend group. I'm not liking the loft of how my driver looks,
Uh-huh.
even though, you know, I have good control over it. I feel like I hit it pretty straight.
Okay.
I need more distance though. And actually, David Dupree, if he's in here,
Oh,
you know,
DD
he's a
Small,
golf
you know,
savant.
absolutely.
He could attest to it. And whenever he played, he's like, dude, you got to drop the loft on that driver.
Yeah.
You're losing distance on it. So I'm already looking into that a little bit, looking for some new irons. So, yeah, today was good. I looked at some clubs. I slept. I really slept in, though.
Did you see anything that you like?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got some things on my watch list.
Shoot. Let's see, man.
You had a big day today, huh?
Yeah, man. I was out at Latrobe. Let's see, I was out there since 9, about 9 o'clock this morning. Me and Rocky Blyer, we ended up having to shoot a commercial for Ford and Steelers. So Ford, they have the
Are we going to see it on TV?
No, I doubt that.
Damn.
It would be dope, but I doubt that. But it's for the Steelers like 2022 Ford F-150 like wrap custom truck or whatever. So we basically were, you know, doing a promo / interview, talking about it, letting people know how they can enter to win it because they're giving it away. You know what I mean? So we're doing that whole thing, and then from there, obviously stayed out, did the radio show after that. Yeah, had my father-in-law with me though, so that was dope because you know he got a chance to like kick it with Rocky Blyer for like 4 hours.
He was loving it.
And I low-key feel like I'm like son-in-law of the year right now, bro. Like wifey texts me like, is everything good? And I'm like, yeah, babe, don't you trip. You know what I'm saying? I got this. And he's walking around. I'm like, all right, okay. Then the icing on the cake, it was Max Starks and Craig Wolfley on air before I got on. So I was like, yo, Max, this father-in-law right here. So it was a vibe, man. So, you know, feeling good on that. But now I'm a little winded, a little tired, you know. But we are here, fresh off the road, man.
I'm excited to hear your vantage point.
You know.
Because
So
we'll be going over some training camp stuff too,
facts.
right?
Absolutely, we will,
So
man.
we'll need to confirm or deny some of the things that we're seeing out on Twitter.
No doubt, man. Let's do this. And for a fact, man, I was a little disappointed that Coach T took them out the pads today. I thought this was going to be a thumpy day, and it was no thumpy.
It ain't the same.
It's not the same. It was an OTA, and I was like, thumbs down. Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday were both pads, correct?
Correct, yes. So
What's the reasoning for this then?
That's what we're all trying to figure out right now. Coach T should be speaking in a little, probably in about another hour. Yeah. No. He'll probably be talking in a little bit, and we'll get to hear something. Yeah, because I'm trying to figure that out too. Because usually this is the 6 days in a row, all padded practices, Friday night lights, turn around quick on Saturday, and you get it in how you do it, you know? But this is definitely a surprise. Just looking out there like, bro, are they really coming out here with no pads on? What? So, yeah, I was a little surprised by that, man. But
I'm excited to talk training camp.
Yeah, man. We're going to have a little fun with it, man. And let's see. I will be back out there on Saturday. That'll be my last one in terms of like being out there in the flesh. All right. So just throwing that thing on out there. But let's start this thing how we always do and like we normally do with the crew. And shout out to everybody that's here with us. Let us know where you are tuning in from, and we'll give you those big boy shout outs, man, because y'all know we got one of them shows today.
Mr. Yashim, the 585 Rochester, New York in the building. He says F Buffalo.
Ooh, fancy that. All right.
Rochester, that's close to Buffalo too,
Yeah,
right?
that'd be like a person in like Philly saying F Pittsburgh. But granted, it's not like the rivalry like that. And no, it's still love. Don't get it twisted, because obviously that's what we're Bill's whole training camp at and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, you know, Rochester, they might feel. I mean, if a person in Rochester don't like a Buffalo person, I get it. I don't think a Buffalo person tripping though.
Bart Basquiato, 805 Thousand Oaks, California. Kasaz Abdul Aziz tuning in from Pittsburgh, California. Pittsburgh without the H at the end as well.
Ooh, you're right
The
about that. Yeah.
Fake Pittsburgh. 925 in the house.
Fake Pittsburgh. Golly.
Perk Jr., 330 Youngstown, Ohio.
Let's get it.
Rod Dawless, 330 Youngstown, Ohio.
You know, that's the homie Major Love.
Maybe they're throwing a party and watching the show.
I hope so. Let me hop in here for a little bit, man. I got Frank
Go for
K
it.
tuning in from the 520 Tucson, Arizona. Can't forget Hugo Mosqueda tuning in from Mexico in the house. And you know we got to shout out Kevin Cancello, the 702, that's the Sin City. You know what I'm saying? Just in case you did not know. I see you in the building, Trina Still Diva, representing all three of your hoods, Stone Mountain, Georgia, Trenton, New Jersey, and Honolulu, Hawaii. You know what time we on. All right, and down in Copeland, the 412 Hill District. Major love.
I'll say a few more.
Love.
Nick Y, 918 Tulsa, Oklahoma. He says Moats and Deke is the show to watch.
Oh, no, salute you, man. We definitely appreciate you. From the heart. From the heart.
Brotato 2K, the 412 Pittsburgh, PA, says it's his birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, man.
Happy
Let's
birthday.
go. Absolutely.
Reginald Rivers, 901 Bartlett, Tennessee.
I like it. Is this RC's Life Island tuning in from the Philippines? Well, salute you. Salute you in the Philippines. And then they got Quan Black Jersey in the house. Boy, you sound like Sue Surf with that Jersey. For all my battle rap people out there, y'all know what time we on. All right.
I'll say one more.
Oh, you got
Jacob,
one? I was saying
yeah.
after that, man, we hop into these
I'll
supers,
say,
man.
yeah, Jacob Alessio.
Because, time out, I do have a bone to pick with you.
Really?
Yes.
Is it the Deontay take?
No. It is Monday, and the amount of time that we were recording. I got in trouble.
With me?
Yup.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Jacob Alessio.
No. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you, my friend. I got in trouble on Monday. And not with my wife either. It wasn't with my wife.
It was a good podcast.
It was an epic podcast. We talked about AJ Martinez and all the other homies. Was it Demond Brown? Was it like everybody official? All like we was jam packed. We was living our best life.
Big time topics too.
But what ended up happening was my daughter said we were supposed to have bike training and we were supposed to go at 6:30 because I told her the podcast ends at 6:30. So when I didn't arrive until 7 o'clock, she was a little upset that she had to wait those extra 30 minutes. So we did go out there and ride the bike. Just want to throw it out there. That did get done, but she was definitely looking at me some type of way about being down here until 7 o'clock instead of 6:30. So Deke, I would like to not have my little lady looking at me all sideways today when we are done today, okay? Just want to throw that out there if that's okay with you.
Works for me.
Okay, thank you. I'm telling you, man, you ever seen an upset 9-year-old, bro? It's scary.
Well, you know I got something going on after this too.
Oh, you're right.
I gotta hit the links.
You're right. I can respect that. I'm jealous too because I want to go golfing this week and I don't have any time this week. Like this is like my nasty busy week and I'm so upset about it.
Well, you're invited. You can come play. It's just me and my buddy. You can come play.
I know, but I couldn't come this week anyways. We got my father-in-law in town. I definitely can't dip out while father-in-law's here to go play golf.
Yeah, I
with
figure
everything
you
else
can't-
I've been doing this week.
Yeah,
You know,
you can't end the podcast
Yeah.
and everyone's excited. Oh, we're gonna have dinner
Yeah.
together. I don't know what your plans are,
You know what I'm
but
saying?
then it's like, you know what? Deke invited me to go golfing.
Yeah.
Peace out, guys.
Hey, that's what-
and then we're going out to eat after. I'm not getting home till like 10.
and that's how it happens. And then I'll come home and I'll be smelling like White Claws. You know what I mean? And she'll be like, "Oh, so you was really out." Yeah, I don't want to deal with all that, man. I ain't got time. Not on no random Wednesday. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna get one, let me be on a Friday. All right. Don't do it to me on no Wednesday though.
Makes
But
sense.
yeah.
All right, super chats then.
Yep. All right, let's get to these supers, man. Because like I said, I do not want my little lady turning up on me.
There's
Nope,
more
nope,
bike
nope.
training today, is what you're saying?
There's a strong possibility, even though. Is it bad that I'm just like tired? I'm gonna try to hit her with the. You trying to just play Roblox? That's usually my go-to.
No, you
What's-
worked hard today.
What's up with these Roblox? You trying to play Roblox? Man? We can play Roblox. I got like 20 minutes of Roblox in me. I give you that. Yeah.
All right, Nick Y. I believe he's the first one,
Yeah,
right?
let's do it, man.
He says Steelers signed former Ohio State running back Master Teague
I did see that. Yeah.
following the Jeremy McNichols injury. Master Teague.
Yeah, I did.
What a
see
name.
that. It's epic name, right? I did see that. I have not actually had a chance to like look into him just yet, though. So unfortunately, I can't give you any in depth on him right now. But yeah, I did see that though happen, man. In terms of them signing him, yep.
We might not need him because there's another running back that's been emerging apparently.
And we're gonna talk about him. Yes, we are.
Fish Momentum says happy hump day, Moats and Deke.
Hump day. Bang bang. Let's go.
Also says TJ and Calvin, we're going at it. Iron sharpens iron.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
TJ and Calvin Austin.
Let's get it. Let's
Is that
get
what it
it.
was?
That's what he's saying right there. He might be talking, but we'll find out. We're gonna discuss some of this in a little bit, though. Yeah.
There were multiple fights, right?
Yeah.
There's multiple beef happening
Everybody
right now.
got beef. Why wouldn't you have beef, man?
Israel Sexton,
Yeah.
he says, about to catch my first Steelers-Ravens game,
Let's go.
but my tickets are kind of trash.
Oh no.
Can you still enjoy the game from up top? Absolutely. I think it's
No,
actually a really
I was
good
about
view.
to say, low key, the view is dope, but you also get a fire crowd up there too. I just want to throw that out there. Like the crowd that be up at the top sections, man, they with it. Like we didn't spend some time. We didn't rub some shoulders up there before. They about that life.
my buddy had pseudo season tickets throughout high school.
Mm-hmm.
He had 3 games, and like another family had 3 games. Another
Mm.
family had 2. Like they were split.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever we went, he was, I think, 4 or 5 rows off the very top, and it was fine.
Yeah.
It was always a good time. So yeah, no matter where your seats are, I think you're gonna enjoy the game.
Let's get it.
Richard Arbizo says, "Rest in peace to another legend, Vince Scully,
Yeah,
voice
man.
of heaven."
Yeah, he just passed away. Man,
I think it was yesterday.
Was it yesterday or was it this morning? I don't know. It was one in that time frame. It could've
Yesterday,
been
this morning,
Yeah.
might have been 2 days ago at night. It's been
one
in
of
the
those-
last.
yeah,
it's
it's
been in
like-
the last like 24 hour
Yeah, it
time
was like
frame.
that type of thing. Yeah, absolutely, man. No, that does suck though, bro.
Everything I've heard about him, he was an icon.
Yeah.
He used to hop in as a guest here or there for a radio show I used
Mhm.
to listen to like 4 or 5 years ago, and he was always entertaining
Yeah.
and still doing it. I don't know if he retired recently, but he was doing it
No,
up to, I think,
seriously,
in his
man.
90s.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. Dude's living some long, good lives, though, man. And you think, man, to be able to work and still be able to function at that capacity at that age, man, that is dope. So, nah, man, definitely salute him for that, man. We give him a moment of silence. You know we got to pay our respects. For sure, for sure. R.I.P. Vince Scully. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Official Momentum says, "Moats, you check that email."
Yes, I did. And what I was going to say is this. Do me a favor. So, what you got going on right now, put the link in the regular chat for me, all right? Yes, because I did see that. Just, I feel like that's a nice way to do this thing. Just trying to talk it up the way we can talk it up. For those that don't know, Official Momentum, he does have a recovery he's going through right now, man. And he had a link that he wanted to share, man, just for anybody that wanted to show him some support. So, if you wanted to do that, man, you can go ahead and show him a little love there. All right.
Got some news here. This has nothing to do with the Super Chats, but NFL is going to be appealing the Deshaun Watson suspension.
Yeah. What is up, man? But I get it. I mean, we talked about it. Was that on Monday? I think it was, yeah. Talked about it on Monday in the sense that it sucks that they continue, or not they, but just people in general continue to dive deep, and not really take no for an answer, or not really take the findings or the rulings as final. We talked about the 2 different grand juries, obviously, and then we talked about the NFL doing something different this year based on their new CBA, where they have a third-party arbitrator. So that way you couldn't fall victim to Roger Goodell being biased, or the NFL being biased as a whole, and just being judge, jury, and executioner. When you think about what this country represents, you think about due process, it was really a flawed system. So that was the reason why the NFL and the NFLPA agreed on this private third-party arbitrator, former federal judge at that. So you go through that process, you get a ruling. But because it's the ruling that you didn't like, now you don't even like this process anymore. I mean, I understand the NFL is now going to be appealing it, and I get that, but it's just like, what else can they do, or what else are we looking for here? That's the only thing for me and that's what we talked about on Monday. We're not going to belabor it, but it's just like, dang, how many times are we going to go through? So if this appeals process turns out to read the exact same thing, then what's different,
Right. What's the new information going to be?
Yeah. Like what has changed from the first 3 times that this appeal is going to find something different that would make his suspension be worth more?
I'm not sure exactly. I'm guessing NFL temperature in the room. They're seeing some of the backlash, and they're like,
Right.
"Hey, we're gonna go the extra. We initially wanted it 1 year,
Yeah.
but hey, we'll even go the extra step and appeal it. Let's see how it comes out there."
Mhm.
And I would assume after whatever decision's made on the appeal, like that has to be the final of it, right? There can't be
I
like
don't
second
know.
and third appeals, right?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Because the NFLPA and players have done it for their
Right,
suspensions.
yeah.
Is this the first time NFL,
Yes.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Goodell, whoever's running the NFL, like
Exactly.
the owners have appealed
Because
it.
usually they're the ones who just dish out whatever they want to dish out. That was the whole purpose of this third party being brought in. So public opinion would not matter. So pressure from TV or fans would not matter. It would be due process. The same way when we talk about our justice system, our judges don't allow public opinion to sway you. They don't even allow the juries to even think about watching, TV or social media to get information for the case. that's the purpose of why we do it the way we do it. Right, wrong, or indifferent. That's just it. It's not defending. It's not saying this person's right, this person is wrong. It's just the process that our country has been built on. That's what we love about this country in certain instances. But it's just like, man, it's just funny to me that every single time somebody doesn't get the reading that they want or the results they want, now they over here like, all right, we're going to do it again. We just gonna keep doing it. We just going to keep finding it. And it's like, man, all right. I'm just trying to see what new is about to come of this, though.
I'll be interested to see how quick the appeals process happens, because you got to think it's got to be before the season. You got to have some type of decision.
Seriously.
Because what if it has to be? Because if a decision isn't made, wouldn't he be technically cleared to play week 1?
Because he's an appeal, yeah.
Because that's what happened before with
Because
Brady.
if it's an appeals, you're not suspended at that moment, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out. That's just the next step in that situation, though. Just wanted to throw it out there because I'm sure it was going to get brought up at some point. Israel Sexton joining the upper room.
Oh, Israel Sexton, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Welcome to the family, baby. Yes, sir.
Elijah Boykin saying, finally caught the stream on time.
Hey,
Let's
man,
go.
salute you, Elijah, man. Glad to have you here today. Let's get it.
Jacob Alessio says, need prayers. Wife isn't doing good at all.
Oh, no,
that's unfortunate because this has been
man.
Something he's brought up the last month or so.
Yeah, seriously, man. Seriously,
Sorry,
no,
bro.
so definitely praying for it, man. Definitely. You stay strong as well, man.
Let's go, UW. Hollywood Brown thinks he's Henry Ruggs, apparently going 85 in his schools.
I was like, bro, I don't know where you're going with this. Holy cow. Oh, man, you made me. I was like, yo, I know I ain't been on my phone in a minute, but.
Going 85 in a school.
Right. Please slow down, Hollywood. Please slow down. Wherever you're going, it can wait. Jeez.
Exactly.
Oh, my God.
I'm assuming with him making that comment, nothing serious happened.
I'm hoping that's the case. I have not read or checked anything. My phone hasn't went off, so clearly I hope it's not nothing serious.
Yeah, we would see that on the headline of ESPN.
I feel like I'm seeing other headlines, but I haven't seen that headline. So.
Let's go, UW. The NFL is appealing the Watson suspension. So that's, I said, that's why I brought it up in the comments.
Good call on that.
I'm sure it was going to be something we'd be talking about. Fish Momentum says, need a cameo, y'all.
I wonder what would happen. I don't think this could happen. But you know how every appeal is usually we're trying to reduce the amount of time. They're appealing to increase the time. But what if it backfired and it was even shorter? Just thinking about it. Think about, because that's the purpose. Like, that's what we always would appeal it. Like, we always appeal like, yo, you give me 10. All right, I need 5. Oh, you finding me 10 G's? Nah. You're going to have to drop this to like 4 G's. You know what I mean?
Just make sure it's at least 3 games. Just make sure it's at least 3 games so he's not there for Thursday night.
Yeah, because we need Dobbs and Mason.
But even with that, though, it's still nice to have him out for those additional 3 games because it would help with the AFC North race.
I'd agree. I would agree. But
yeah, who knows what could happen.
I was just like, yo, how's this appeal work? Like, yo.
That would be very ironic.
This is unprecedented right now, man. I can't remember the NFL appealing. Like, this is new to me. I'm like, whoa, okay. Interesting. Ha ha. So we shall see.
Fish Momentum here, just reiterating what he says. Says, need a cameo, y'all. # be prepared. # my Steelers stories.
Man, when you said a cameo, I was like, yeah, I'm on Cameo, man. Y'all know my thing up there, and it don't cost too much either,
Maybe
man.
that's what he's talking about.
That might be it, man. Yeah, if y'all want me on a Cameo, man, just book me on a Cameo. I'm up there. / the body 52. Yeah, I thought that's what he meant. I don't know.
I think so.
It sounds good.
Kyle Monier, rest in peace to Deke's legendary Madden team. # legendary.
Oh, no. What happened? Coach me up.
Got rid of the team. Well,
you got rid of it.
Yeah, here's the reasoning, because Madden 22 is
it's
been over, but it's still the most recent Madden game. Madden 23 is coming out.
That's gonna be coming soon. Yeah,
no, 2 weeks. Yeah, about 2 weeks. So Madden does this thing where if you have tokens, I'm not even gonna try to explain it too much.
I'm familiar with the token system.
There's tokens in Madden 22. Yeah. If you have X amount of tokens, you can get good players for Madden 23 without having to do anything.
Okay.
I'll just put it to you that way. It's just a good little carryover system. So I got rid of the team to get tokens. So whenever I load up Madden 23, I'm going to be able to get, there's this Kenny Pickett rookie premier, like free of charge. Gotcha. I won't have to do anything extra. And there's a couple other players. But since I do only Steelers and Kenny Pickett will be the only Steeler in that program, I'll be able to get rid of them and get some coins and start
That's what
building
you
up a
mean
little
now.
bit of
Yeah.
a bankroll.
Okay.
That's really all it is.
Okay.
Because I'm not playing Madden 22 anymore.
All right. Well, R.I.P. to the team then, baby.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah, it kind of sucked, but on to new things.
I could dig it.
We gave it our all in Madden 23. We really did. Or Madden 22, I'm sorry. Russell Schwartz. Hey, Moats, do you know Ben Woods?
Yes, I do.
He played football at University of Buffalo.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. How do you know Ben? That's the real question. Absolutely. So I played up there, so it's different for me.
He didn't play for the Bills, though. Just University of Buffalo.
Yeah, I played in Buffalo. I interned at UB while I was playing up there.
Really? What were you doing?
Yeah, in the financial aid and major gifts department.
How'd that work?
Well, I'm a guy that's always trying to get
Was it
better.
off season?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I stay up there year round. So, this was right before I hopped into my master's program. I was trying to just figure out, like, did I want to go high end, like academics and work, like I said, major gifts, or because I was like, I really wanted to do fundraising, but I was like, I want to do it for like a college. I didn't want to go to like corporate America. And then I was thinking, all right, financial advisor is cool, but it's no money to me at that level. I would need to be like a AD or a director. So I was like, all right, how would I become that? So I was like, let me take an internship. So I was able to intern a couple of the athletic departments, stuff like that, fundraising and stuff. And then I realized, okay, if I'm going to do this, I need to get a master's degree. So then I said, all right, I want my master's anyways. Well, let me find something that I can do that kind of sticks with my political science. But if I wanted to hop back over here anytime down the line, I could do that. And that was ultimately why I did my master's program and everything like that. So,
Nice. Little Mo's backstory we didn't know about.
Yeah, man. So absolutely, man.
How about this one?
I be outside. I be out there. You know what I'm saying? I get that work in every once in a while.
Fish Momentum says,
Yeah.
Dolphins tampering just like the Patriots.
Bro, did you see that? The Stephen Ross? Who? Bro.
Yeah. Suspended games, $1.5 million.
Yeah.
Loss of first-round pick, loss of a third-round pick. Yeah, everything Flores said seems to be legit now.
And did you see this? And this is the part that pissed me off too. I don't like to get emotional. Y'all know me. But this is my thing, right? So you get the ruling, and in that article, the ruling, it says that, it talks about all the tampering stuff, but then it also goes on to say that there was no direct proof of what Brian Flores said, but they said that Stephen Ross had clearly had communicated to him that draft position was more important than wins. Then it says this at the end. This is the part that took me. It says the $100,000 per game was not supposed to be taken seriously.
Yeah.
I say, man, get the heck out of here, bro. If the owner of the team is telling me that draft position is more important than wins and losses, you can't follow that up with a joke about $100,000 extra per loss. That's not how that thing works, bro. That had me hot as heck. And then to see him when he got the suspension and all that, the first thing he leads off with is, I told you everything that Brian Flores said was did it. I'm like, are you?
I feel like this confirms everything Brian Flores says is true.
Bro. Oh my God, man. That thing had me so hot there. I was like, yo, I said, I got to go woo. So I went outside. I had to go, cool off a little bit with my plants. Yeah. But I was like, yo, are you serious right now, bro? Like, this is crazy.
My two big takeaways.
Yeah.
Brian Flores has integrity because that was one of the other things.
Absolutely.
There was no indication at all that the team was trying to tank. And that's what he said, too, in
Come
some
on
of his
now.
interviews as well.
Come on
So
now.
Brian Flores has integrity. Glad he's on the Steelers. Second thing. What's going on with Brady?
Brady out here in these streets.
These
Brady in these streets.
phone calls go both ways, right?
Hey, Brady in these
Tampering
streets.
goes both ways.
Brady said, hey, y'all want me in New England? Oh, all right. Oh, Tampa.
2 times.
You said, oh, Tampa too? Man, look, bro, I'm gonna get on the boat with you. We talk about everything, not just.
Wait, how is
contract. We
Brady
talk about
not
everything.
getting disciplined with this?
I'm trying to figure that out, bro. I was like, yo, what? Brady janky. I'm not gonna lie. For some reason, though, I love it. I don't know why. I just love it.
Well, I remember
Tom
talking
Brady.
about this initially whenever Brady was somewhat involved
Yeah.
and there was the tampering. Dolphins are looking for a quarterback. And we said, like, if it is Brady, do you, like, actually blame Stephen Ross?
Right, you got to do it. But it's like, bruh, Brady really out here knowing this tampering, bruh.
Yeah, and
this
I
is
guess with
tampering.
Brady, the thing with him was he was trying to get, like, that ownership or that extra level that
in it.
not many players can get.
Uh-huh.
And then it goes back to your point of, like, do you blame him that much for that?
I don't blame him as a player, but if I'm talking like the organization or the NFL as a whole, and
Correct.
like it need to be run a
Yeah.
certain way. That can't happen, bro.
No.
Not at all. He's under contract, bro. Because now what essentially happens is, okay, we had AB, we had Big Ben, but what if New England was calling Big Ben when Brady went? He got hurt one year, and he's like, "Yo, 7, I need you now. Look, we'll give you this, that, and that. We already
Like
seen
the
what
college
you
football NIL stuff.
Absolutely.
We don't want that in the NFL.
Hello. I'm like, bro, what? No, no. But that's definitely it, though, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. You can't be having that.
Can't
Now,
do it.
there is another side of it that tampering's going to happen naturally to a
Yes.
degree, especially with players.
Correct. And
Texting
we
stuff
joke
like that.
about
You can't have the ownership.
right. That's
directly
the
talking
difference.
to
That's the
quarterbacks
difference.
on
On the
other
boat.
teams.
Yeah. That can't happen, bro. Because like you said, the texting, even the social media, like the banter, like that's cool. Hey, yo, come join me. All right, I get it. Even if you bump shoulders to a guy, I get it. But it can't be like that. Yeah. Craziness, man. Craziness.
Bacon
But yeah,
Cowboy.
you're right though. I wonder what is anything going to happen to Brady? Probably not. Who knows?
Is it a coincidence? He's been involved in some weird little things going on behind the scenes. Deflategate,
Man.
Spygate.
Brady out here, bro.
Coincidence? I don't know.
Brady is out here, man.
Bacon Cowboy says, last day of work today before leaving for college.
Hey, yo, let's go,
Wow,
man.
that's early as hell for college.
Well, when is
The
college?
3rd. I thought it was usually middle of August.
Well, unless he's checking it early, though.
Maybe he's an RA or something.
Yeah, or he's could be an athlete, too. I know athletes, we would got there last week. Yeah, we usually report like that last week of July. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Scrooge Greedy. On that ice cream cake. Loud pack. Whoa, wow.
Hey, I like it. I'm on that
918
gelato,
Tulsa.
baby. You know what time it is. Let's go.
Black Hillbilly. Can I get a birthday shout out? The Big 5-3 today.
Man, let's
Steelers
go.
fan for life.
Let's go.
Everyone's having birthdays.
The Fitty-
One of my best friends is his birthday today, too. That's why I'm
Man.
going golfing.
Well, happy birthday, Mr. Fitty Trey. That's what we used to call Marquise Pouncey, Fitty Trey. You know what I'm saying? So happy birthday to you for that, man. All right, man, appreciate you. Turn up. Enjoy yourself. And tell your friend, enjoy himself. Turn up, too, man. White Claw City. Hey.
Yeah, Najee Loud Pack. Yesterday was my 30th birthday, fellas. I spent time with the family, took off to Pluto. Wifey got me the Travis Scott SB Dunks.
Bro, you
Love the Master
filthy.
Teague signing as a
Yeah.
Buckeye and Steeler fan.
Let's get it, man. Well, happy 30th birthday to you, man. Speaking of 30, Mr. Jalen Warren, I see you. All right.
Jari, 3260. Deke thinks he's slick. I saw him partying on a yacht with big booty strippers when he said he was going to be with his band.
You was faced up, faced in the cheeks on the face,
He
Rikishi style.
He found me out.
That's what it was. You was showing the taco meat. He was rubbing that taco meat on somebody's taco. That's what it was.
I had to pay him off to delete the video.
Lord. Deke out here in these streets with him.
Q says Trevor Penning was kicked out of camp for starting fights on all 3 days of training camp. LMAO.
Remember, that was one of
I
the
don't think
things-
anyone's surprised.
Yeah, people like that about him. He was like, oh, yeah, he's a fighter. He gets real tough and rough. All right, man.
Najee Laupak. Moats, if Teague makes the team, can you do a film sesh? Heard Mason had a trash Monday. Any word on that?
So we'll talk about a couple things. In terms of Teague, if he makes the team, 100% I will, man. Especially if the NFL can get their act together with said film availability. We're hoping that it is good, so we'll fingers crossed that thing. All
Hey,
right.
how about this? I get an email because we did the NFL Game Pass.
Yeah.
And we have subscriptions with that. NFL just parlayed that and
You see
automatically
it?
put me into NFL
Yes,
Plus
you see
without me
it.
asking.
They did it everybody. Yeah, you got to tell them.
I was gonna do it anyway,
Yeah.
but whatever. That's kind of skeevy.
It definitely is. They ain't gonna say nothing too. Yeah, but that's definitely the case. And in terms of Mason, I wouldn't say it was a trash day on Monday. It just was a step down from what he had been doing the previous however many days prior to that. And that was if I remember correctly, that was a better day for Kenny also. So that was a part of that narrative as well. But as a whole though, Mason's still been doing his thing, man. Yeah, he's still been holding his own out there, man.
Ticket stock is rising though. Fish momentum. Moats, you like Ambition's music? Moats inbox.
I didn't listen to the... No, hold on now. I didn't see any extra emails from you now, if I remember correctly. I'm going to look again for the music. I didn't actually see any music, though. I definitely saw the last one. I didn't see the music, though. Yeah. I'm going to check again.
Broken leg problems. Just made it out of surgery from having my leg amputated and into recovery in time for the show. Dude's got his priorities right.
What?
Throwing on Arthur Moats' experience with Deke right after getting his leg amputated. Need to catch the show. That's respect right there.
Finish reading it.
We got
finish
committed
reading
viewers.
it. Just finish reading it.
Let's make it a great show,
Please
fellas.
finish reading what he says.
Good vibes are needed. How about a moment of silence for my 1 foot in the grave?
Bro, what?
This dude has a great sense of humor.
I love you, bro. I don't even
love
know
to
you,
meet this
but I
guy.
love you, bro. Broken leg problems, man. First off, salute you and your leg, the good one and the not so good one, all right? Wishing you the best in your recovery. Speedy recovery, man. A healthy recovery, and we will certainly give you a moment of silence for the 1 foot that is in the grave. We will do that. So, moment of silence for the 1 foot, please. All right, let's hop on the good foot, baby. Let's roll. Shout out to you, though, broken leg problems. Whew.
Trevin.
Bro, that is epic.
Yeah.
That is epic.
I could see why he has his username as it is.
That is epic, bro. R.I.P. to the foot. Man, this is gonna get me. I can see it now. I'm gonna be researching tonight, laying in the bed. Wife gonna be like, "You all right over there?" Nah, babe. What's wrong? I'm thinking about this dude. Lost his foot. Had his leg amputated. He was in recovery. He was on the show. It's crazy. We had a moment of silence for the foot. I'll be losing it, bro.
It is epic.
I love it, bro.
I think no matter how much someone donates in the super chats, rest of the show, or anything like that, this guy won today.
Yes, I was about to say that. That is
making sure he's
pretty
catching
top-notch,
the show
bro.
after getting his foot
Holy
amputated.
cow. Yeah. Definitely Don Juan. It's time for him to blast off for a fact. Yeah, you on that medicinal. That's that real medical you gonna be on today. Lord. Whew.
Trevin Cancello. Apparently the judge dismissed 20 of the cases and found that Watson didn't have unwanted sexual contact with 4, but it was nonviolent, and more than 6 games is unprecedented for nonviolent misconduct.
Yeah, that's the key word that they kept saying about violent versus nonviolent. Yeah.
Okay, that was Trevin Cancello. We still got some more. Fish Momentum. Also, the videos about Be Prepared. Hashtag inbox. I thought you already watched that, right?
Yeah, we already
The
saw
Lion
that
King
part.
one?
Yeah, I didn't get to the music part. That's what I got to check back on.
Fish Momentum.
It's probably in there somewhere, though.
Prayers for Jacob and his wife and the chat.
No, facts, man. You know he's always on that prayer. I like that. I do like the positive energy that Official Momentum
There is some
always
spirituality
provides, man.
in the chat going.
Yes, it is.
It has been these last couple months.
Yeah.
He also says, I'm talking about the live on set in the lab.
No, I have not checked that just yet. I will check it, though. I will get to it. Yes, indeed.
Let's go, UW. We got official information on Marquise Hollywood Brown. He says he was arrested this morning on criminal speeding charges. As long as no one's hurt.
Yes, please. Don't hurt nobody and don't hurt yourself. Like, dude, slow it down, though, baby.
Russell Schwartz. Ben was a few years behind me in school. This is Ben Woods, I believe he's talking about. He went to Hickory, saw y'all hugging it up when y'all were there for basketball.
And he also has a gym up that way as well, man. I first got introduced over there, I think it was during the lockout. Because it was at like a split facility where the women's national soccer team would work out at as well. And that's kind of how we got connected. And then from there, just like every offseason after that, stick with them, work with them and stuff. Then randomly out of all things, I'm doing that Steelers alumni basketball. We traveled around like the Globetrotters, pull up in the gym, and the homies in there. I'm like, bro, what are you doing here? And he was like, yeah, he went here and it's like some fundraiser for a family member. Yeah, but it was dope to see him again, though, man. Absolutely.
Fish Momentum says, best podcast, #1. Hit the like button. Thank you.
Oh, man, salute, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, definitely hit the like button, folks, for the culture.
Scrooge Reedy, want to send y'all some shirts. What's the email, please?
All right. Well, shout out to that, man. Moats winners @gmail.com. Easiest way to get the communication popping and stuff like that. Yeah, Moats winners. Not winters, winners, because we're all winners in here, baby. @gmail.com. Easiest way to do it, baby. We do appreciate you, Scrooge Greedy. Absolutely.
Fish Momentum says he's got to cop some Moats and Deke gear.
Oh, for sure. I hope that, man, I don't know if the merch working still just yet, man. We got to get on Teesprings, bro. They be a little janky right now.
Also says, shout out Ambition the Kid.
You heard him.
King of R&B in Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay, so in Pittsburgh. I don't know the Pittsburgh scene like that. Fair enough. That was specific. That was really specific. I could respect the specific right there. Yeah.
And Stangman joined the upper room.
Oh, Stangman 21, what it do? Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Elijah Boykin says, Deke with a stripper. And then we have Bots on Monday. Makes sense now.
It low-key do, now that I think about it, Deke, because, yeah, he was out here in these streets.
No bots anymore, huh?
Yeah. Hey, you see they cleared out today, huh? Uh-huh. But hey, if they come back, don't be alarmed. I did leave prior to the show again. Deke was in here with my computer up by himself, so you never know. Just throwing it out there. You never know.
Bacon Cowboy says, my move-in is the 18th. I'm just taking time to get ready.
Okay, respect. Sometimes it's cool to get there a little early, man. You might run into something you like. You never know.
Fish Momentum says, I forwarded like 5 emails to you. I'll send again.
All right.
Maybe the forward throws things off.
Oh, no, but the email do be, like, boofed out, too. Like, every time I open, I'm like, God, dog, what's happening?
You got a lot.
Yeah. I don't get a lot, but I get a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get a lot because you Deke. You know, Mr. Taco Meat.
Low key.
You know, nah, man.
Email inbox is low key.
You see how them bots be on your spot? Yeah.
Fish Momentum says, Moats, the link is in the chat.
There
Thank
it
you.
is. No doubt. Respect. Y'all heard the man. You know, the link is in the chat, man. Definitely showing some support, man, if y'all feel desired to in your heart, man. But we definitely appreciate your Fish Momentum as always. And it's time to get to that first topic, man. And this is something that we wanted to address the other day, but we ran out of time. We got to talk about the Steelers Hall of Honor class, man, because first off, it is the Steelers Hall of Honor class. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This is the best of the best. We talk about how this, first off, the Hall of Honor, what was it created in? I think it was 2017, if I remember correctly.
Fairly recent, right?
Yeah, I want to say it was my last year.
You're right.
Here.
August 2017.
Yeah. So with this, man, it was such an awesome thing for me, man, when this became something that us as Steelers alumni could feel like proud of. Like, man, you look around all these other teams, all these other stadiums, like, yo, they got their little wall of honor. Who are these people over here? Like, we got all these guys that should be Hall of Famers, but we obviously know some of the Steelers biasness that we happen to endure at times. It's like, dang, man, let my guy get some love. Let him get a little spin, man. But it's cool now that we have this type of thing, man, so we can give the guys their flowers. We can give them that type of recognition that they deserve. Guys that we know were extremely hard workers, extremely pivotal to the Steelers' history. And when you're talking about contributing to the legacy and the championships that they brought here, the wins they brought here, the moments that we all hold on to, this gives them that chance to forever be immortalized, at least here in Pittsburgh, man. So definitely want to give them that, their moments and stuff like that, man.
So we want to go over the players?
Absolutely, man. So you want you got to pull it up, or how you want to do it, man?
I remember off the top of my head, actually.
Well, go ahead, man. Drop it like it's
Heath Miller.
Okay. You know who Heath is, a.k.a. my partner, them, a.k.a. former teammate, them, a.k.a. the dude that hurt my feelings one time. We'll talk about him in a second.
Oh, you got a story?
I actually do, yeah.
Okay, so you're going to tell it on this?
I mean, we started. I didn't know if you wanted to
No.
go.
I'll say the rest.
Okay, I was saying you was going to go through the names first.
Okay, Myron Cope.
Yeah.
We just talked about
might
Ben
have said
Scully,
some might have said
Myron
you're
Cope.
like the Myron Cope of Pittsburgh. I've heard
What?
I've heard people say that about you before.
What I do like about him getting in, though,
Mm-hmm.
is he was the first guy to get in that has never been officially employed by the Steelers.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying there's a chance.
Hey, you got to start somewhere, Deke. What's up? Hey, Deke, don't forget me when you get there, all right? Don't forget me. Just be like, yo, I know him. Just tell me, you know what I'm saying? Give me a shout out.
I don't see why we can't both get in.
You sure? Oh, man, I'm washed. You got a real chance, though.
Former player and now contributor. I guess me, I'm just, would they consider contributor?
You're a contributor, yeah.
Just contributor
You're a contributor.
to the whole Steelers aura.
Yeah.
But with them, iconic voice, Steelers history, also NFL history. No brainer right there. Creator of the Terrible Towel.
I was about to say, that's the part for me, the creator of the Terrible Towel. When you talk about what that towel means, I think of it from multiple perspectives. Obviously, me first being introduced to it as an opponent, looking at it like, yo, this is the stupidest thing ever. Why are you people waving this dumb washcloth? First time I got introduced to it, I was in Buffalo, and Pittsburgh was playing us. This is the Stevie Johnson game. And, of course, Steeler Nation took over that stadium, and we're like, bruh, this is Bills Mafia. We never come home, and it's not like stupid pack for us. And that was literally the only time I've ever experienced that in Buffalo. It was Steeler Nation.
Right, because recently it was pretty built out. Because I don't know if it's because Josh Allen
that's
bringing their reemergence up there.
Yes, that's largely why. But during that time, we were still figuring our stuff out. And, yes, man, I remember seeing all these rags. I'm just like, bro, why are they swinging this? Like, this is stupid. They stupid. I hate Pittsburgh. Bunch of stupid people. Like, that's because that's the energy when you're out there and competing. You know what I mean? It's like, I hate everything about the city. Then we come down here and play in 13. And even that game is back and forth. It's tight. I talk about the Renegade story when it's played. Then AB runs back the key. He didn't score, but he definitely like flipped the field on us. I did like 50, 60-yard return on it. And we just like, bro, here they go with these dumb towels again. But then when you come here and you learn about the history, then you see what it means to the city. When a child is born in Pittsburgh, they're draping them with terrible towels, bro. Like, that's the energy we're on. When people pass away and they get buried with the terrible towel.
Yeah.
Like, that's the significance. When you talk about impact, that is legendary. That goes beyond any radio, anything that you could do here. Like, that's just crazy to me, man. But salute Myron Cope for that, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, that was an easy one.
No, without a doubt.
And then Sam Davis, he was the left guard during all those
OG,
Steeler teams in
yeah.
the 70s, starting left guard. This one obviously made sense to me because if you're going to have John Colvin starting left tackle, why wouldn't you have the starting left guard?
Why not? We get the whole line in that thing, baby.
I think my math's right on this. 13, 14 years too? Looking at his Pro Football Reference right now. Yeah, he's been with the team 67 all the way up to 79. I like that one. And then Ray Matthews.
He's a little before my time. I just want to throw that out there,
50s.
guys. I was going to throw that out there. He's before my time. He's before my time, but I think it was... Who was it? Oh, my goodness. I'm thinking on when they were doing the intro, when they were announcing them. Stan Savran, he was the one. Man, he was talking about him, though, and just hearing how Stan talked about him. Because, like I said, it sounds like he was actually, like, alive during that time. I'm like, dang, Stan, how old are you again, baby? Dang. But, man, just whenever you think of the older generation, regardless of us physically not being able to see it, right? You still respect what they did in terms of the groundwork that they laid, the foundations that they laid to give guys like me opportunities, man. When you talk about what Ray meant to this organization, you talk about his impact on the field. We know that. But now we're getting to this point where it's like, man, you look at the shoulders of the guys that came after him and then so forth and so forth. That's the part for me that I always really enjoy with some of the like super, I don't want to say super old, but like the ones that are, further removed from their playing days and stuff like that, man.
Looks like he was ahead of his time. Had like 315. I'm just going to go off 1 year here. 315 on the ground, but then would have like 543 receiving. Little receiving back. Maybe could have fit into this era. We made 2 Pro Bowls. Was with the Steelers for 9 years. Unfortunately, he spent the last year of his NFL career with Dallas. And the 2 times he made the Pro Bowl, he led the league in yards per touch. So he's efficient.
Absolutely, man.
So I'm good with him making it. Why not?
Absolutely.
2-time Pro Bowler. He had to endure some of those shitty Steelers teams too of the 50s.
Yes, he did. Yes, he definitely did, man.
But he looked to be one of our bright spots.
No, without a doubt, man. Salute him, though, man.
You got this Heath Miller story.
Yeah,
then.
man. So let me talk with my dog real quick, man. First off, salute to the silent assassin, man, Mr. Heath Miller. First off, this the dude that I love because, man, he will kill you on that football field and not say a word. And you talk about being a complete player. Can run the routes that you need, sure-handed, tough as nails, can block front side, back side, and it was durable, man, when you think about him during his career. The thing that when I think of Heath, though, I remember, like, perfectly. This was my 3rd year in the NFL. We're playing the Steelers in the preseason, and I am having one of my camps, like, where I'm on one. Like, every year, certain players, you'll have these, like, years where it's like, bro, it's slowing down for me. I know what I'm doing now. I had a great off season. Like, bro, it's preseason time. And the thing that I had really, like, improved upon was my coverage. So all through training camp, I'm locking up everybody. I'm like, yo, it's whatever. So now we get a chance to play the Steelers in the preseason. I'm like, bro, I know I'm only going to play for like a half anyways, but I know they're going to play their starters. So we like, yo, it's Heath over there. Like, yeah, that's the smoke I want. He from UVA. Like, I ain't tripping. Like, let's get it.
Good little test. Huh?
Absolutely. I'm like, yo, if I can lock him up, man, I ain't tripping on nothing during the season. Let's get it. Man, so first little bit of the game, ain't nothing going on. No routes, nothing crazy. I think I had one where I'm like, all right, I feel nice. Ben ain't even look this way. We're cross midfield. And he's like, all right. Starts to run this little like vertical route. I'm running with him. I'm like, okay, you ain't about to outrun me. I'm nice today. Like, I'm feeling fast. And right at the last second, we like 20 yards downfield. He dropped back, back shoulder me. And it was the first time I had ever had somebody hit a back shoulder on me. Like, practice, game, anything.
Was this Ben?
Of course it was Ben. And
I didn't know if
that's
Bash
what
was
pissed
doing
me off.
this.
No, of course it was Ben. That's what pissed me off. So as it happens though, I'm hot because I'm like, yo, you ain't catch that. I'm talking big. So I'm like, nah, you ain't catch that. He roll over, ball in his hand, smirk and just get up. And he don't say nothing back. And I'm like, bro, you gotta say something. Like, and it had me so hot that he just casually killed me, back shoulder, 20-yarder. I'm just go right back to the huddle. I ain't got nothing to say to you. Then obviously that following 2 years later, I come here to Pittsburgh. And from there, it's like, man, you're battling with him every day in practice, especially in training camp. And remembering all these 6 technique drills where it's like, Moats, you're going to go with Heath. Every time, you know, our coach told me you have like certain people he wants to have matched up. And it's just like, bro, going against Heath every day in those type of drills would piss me off because he's so fundamentally sound. Like, you talk about the consistency every single play, that's what he would bring to the table. When you talk about a guy that gets his hands to the steering wheel first, is going to do every little detail right, and is still an awesome athlete, that's the part for me where it was like, man, I just loved playing against him, but even more so when he was on my team and being a teammate of his, man. So definitely want to salute my dog, man, on that right there.
Best Steelers tight end in history.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, bro.
I did some research on this, too. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't overlooking anyone, but obviously it is Heath Miller.
Mm-hmm.
There's this one site called Ranker, and I guess it is ranked by the fans.
Yeah.
So Eric Green was up there. I know he was a pretty good tight end. Guess who they had at 6?
Ladarius?
Pat Frymouth. It might be too low, too.
Okay, let's see what's on that list, man.
Hold on, let me find it.
What's on that list? Where's Jesse at on that list? That's the other part.
Steelers tight ends all time. I'm trying to think who else. Benny Cunningham, I think, was in the top 5. That one makes sense because he was like the tight end during those 70s teams as well. Okay, Mark Bruner is 2. I don't know about that. Okay. That might be a stretch. He was,
but how many years did he get here? I thought he had a nice little time here, right?
Looks like 95 to 03. Eric Green, they have at 3. He was 1990 to 94. And he was good during that time. He had some really good seasons. Benny Cunningham at 4. Randy Grossman at 5.
Shout out to Randy.
Pat Frymouth at 6. Vance at 7.
Oh, okay.
Jesse James at 8.
Oh, okay.
Spaeth at 9.
Spaeth.
Preston Carpenter. Looks like this dude was he was 1960 to 63 at 10.
All right.
Zach Gentry at 11.
Gentry on it. All right.
That seems like a little bit high. Drain Tooman at 12. Like, Gentry over Tooman, I don't know about that
Where's
one.
my man David Johnson?
They have Gentry over Ebron. Ebron at 13.
Whoa.
Ebron feels a little low.
Whoa.
Hello. Only 2 seasons. The one season he had like 500 yards.
How
some
many
drops. And then like last year he didn't do anything.
But you got Gentry ahead of him though?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't think I can.
If you want to project Gentry being the better tight end, having more longevity, I'd understand that.
All right.
You want me to keep going?
Let's see what else we got. Man.
That's on 13. Well, we'll go to 15. David Johnson at 14.
All right, DJ finally made the list.
Mike Malarkey at 15.
The coach, right?
Yeah, I guess he played for us in 89-91.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like we have the best like tight end tree, and
we got a little unique video or unique group
with with receivers. You know, we got AB, Swan, Stallworth, Hines Ward, like in the top 5. Yeah. After Heath, I mean, Heath probably ain't making the Hall of Fame. Like, we don't have any Hall of Fame guys even in the tight end position.
Yeah, you're right.
Frymouth.
Think he's next.
Break that mold. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna see, man. I hope so. We're gonna see though.
Yeah. But no, I think it was a good Hall of Honor.
I like that though. Absolutely.
From my knowledge, at least.
I would agree with that, man. I definitely think that it was a good class, man. Salute all those dudes, man. Well deserved. And it was actually cool to see that Heath actually came down too, man, on the day he was announced that he was getting into the Hall of Honor too, man. So that was dope that he was out there practice for that.
Wow.
Oh, right.
I'm sorry. I mean, are we getting to the training camp stuff?
We're about to in a second. I was trying to see because it's 4:50. Let me see something real quick.
Dude, just watch this though. This was a Pickens catch today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the front shoulder
over Cam Sutton. I mean,
yeah, that's clean.
It's just more Pickens, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
More Pickens mania.
Absolutely.
He's looking like the guy.
Yeah, I love the coverage too. Absolutely.
That just shows how good Pickens is, though.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
can't do anything about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
This was who's throwing this ball?
I can't tell.
It might be Mace. Because he's been rocking the black shoes, right?
Yep. That is Mason, yeah.
That's Mace. It's a good throw.
That's a dot. That's a dot. God, sheesh. Yikes.
If you guys want to see the video, it's by Tommy Yagi.
All right.
George Pickens gets air. If you want to follow along, that's on Twitter.
So yeah, man, let's hop right into that then, man. Yeah, we should be all right. Pull up some of the stuff real quick, and I will. Yeah, because we can organically start talking about that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be good. We'll be good. Yeah, and I will text TG in a second. Make sure we are still copacetic on that end as well. Because like I said, man, I'm fresh out the whip right now. So yeah.
How do we want to start this? Do we want to recap anything from yesterday?
Yes, let's do that first. Absolutely.
Just general stuff as opposed to like tweets, because it's looking
Correct.
like Pickett's stock up. He's making a lot of good throws. I'm seeing some of these videos.
Well, because yesterday was the
Mitch is underwhelming a little bit.
Yes, that's the narrative right now, man. Kenny obviously stock up a little bit more, and should be the second day in a row now for him running with the 2s, which was different because prior to that he was always with the 3s, and a lot of people obviously got all crazy about it. And I think we talked about it a little bit on Monday ahead of the show, or excuse me, right after the practice and stuff like that, and just trying to see different people with different groups, right? Different expectations, different things you're going to ask players to do, right? From a play call standpoint, from a personnel based standpoint, and things like that. But for Mitch, man, it's just, I don't know if it's the pressure of the situation, but what I will say is this: I think that it's context for him that a lot of people are overlooking, and I just caution people for this. All right, so we talk about our defense. We said this year our defense should be extremely elite, right? We're talking top 5, hopefully number 1 defense in the league. Currently practicing right now, everybody is out there except who? Minkah Fitzpatrick, right? Other than that, we got the full gamut, all right? We even rotating Spillane and Devin Bush. All right, you starting today, Spillane. All right, you starting today, Devin Bush. All right. On offense, though, no Chase Claypool, no Deontay Johnson, no Najee Harris, no Pat Freiermuth. If we said that we were going to a season right now and we didn't have those 4 guys on our offense, and the guys that were currently out there was just George Pickens, Calvin Austin, and Cody White, or Steven Sims,
Miller,
or Anthony Miller, or Benny Snell, Zach Gentry as your starting tight end, we would not be feeling good, right? We would be like, yo, man, we need some help here. Well, that is what Mitch has been working with. And he's going up against Levi Wallace, Akella Witherspoon, Cam Sutton, Damani Casey, who had another pick. Shout out to Casey. He's been doing his thing too lately. Terrell Edmonds, right? Talk about Miles Jack. We know the interior D line. We know TJ Watt still out there, freakazoid.
Mid-season form, apparently.
So, no, bro, it's like you got to to get some plays off. Sometimes, like you got to tell him chill. Like it's getting like that.
He's
I love
the
it.
Defensive player of training camp.
Yeah, like seriously, bro. Like I'm loving it. It reminds me of like in a lot of it's like certain NFL guys, or a lot of us that made it to the NFL, right? We had moments in times where whether it was in college, even in high school, where it was to the point there was nobody on your team that could stop you. And if I didn't want to practice that day, I'm going to make sure the first 3 plays, you don't get a playoff. This tackle is not going to be able to get out his stance. By the time this ball touches this quarterback, I'm hitting him in the mouth. And I would do it 3 straight plays. Just run by, smack him in the stomach, smack him on the leg, smack him in the back of the helmet. And coach is like, all right, bro, you got to chill. Because we can't get a play ran. That's what TJ was looking like at times, bro. It's like, but it's crazy because this is at the NFL level. Most of us, college is where the last time that happens. For me, it was college. It was the last time it happens in college. At the NFL level, I never felt like that. Like, no, you're not. You don't just, even the practice squad guys are still All-Americans. But TJ is to that point now where it's just like, yo, how do you run a play sometimes? Like, he's just terrorizing. So I'm saying that to say, even though Mitch has been struggling lately, it is big context because he is truly undermanned going against our number 1 defense. Whereas when you talk about our number 2 offense, our number 3 offense versus our number 2 defense, our number 3 defense, we said we don't have the most depth in certain positions on defense. So context, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it ain't like, don't read all the way into it in the sense of Mitch struggling because he does not have any of his weapons outside of rookie George Pickens and rookie Calvin Austin.
Yeah.
So that's like extremely difficult to cook with against our unit.
Great experience for them.
No, 100% it is. So when you make a play on them, great. But at the same time, it's like when you hear about the defense dominating, every drill almost, it's like you got to take into context who isn't out there on offense right now. And that is a big part of it.
So what way you leaning?
Honestly,
I'm excited about the defense.
yeah, I love what the defense is doing right now. And I'm not even nervous yet in the sense that the offense is taking a little bit longer in terms of the first unit because we're missing those key players. If we had all of those players, or we had 3 or 2 of those players out there consistently, and the defense was as dominant as it was, I would be nervous. But we haven't had those guys. Think about it. What day have we had in pads especially, or even out of pads, where all 4 of those guys were there together and everybody was there healthy? We have not had that. Even the first day, no Deontay, but then that was when you get the Pat Fryer move with the hammy. Then after that, you get the Chase Claypool with the shoulder.
Yeah.
Then you get Najee with the foot. So it's like each and every day it's been a different group. So you're not getting the continuity out there. You know what I mean? So you don't have your personnel. You don't got the continuity. The timing's off. You're working with undermanned versus elite, or trying to be elite. So that's why for me it's like I'm still leaning Mason right now just on what I've been seeing, because to me, regardless of personnel that's been around him, he's just looked the most consistent. He's looked the most comfortable. And we said he should because of the familiarity that he has in the system. But to me, that's been the one thing. But Kenny is definitely improving. That's the part that I like about him. I just think for him, he's going to continue to have good and bad days. It's just a part of the process. I'm just liking that he continues to show up. He's not going to pout. He's not, oh, I didn't get this many reps today. I got this many. Or I went with this group instead of that group. And Mason, too. I'm loving the fact that regardless of who's with the 2, who's with the 3, they're still showing up with the right mentality. They're still showing up with the right focus, because it's not always easy to do when you don't know how much work you're getting today. If you're Chris Oladukin right now, you haven't gotten any reps. Like, just imagine that. But eventually, you're going to get your number called. It might even happen in a preseason game. And we're like, go out there. You can't sit there and mope around and say, I didn't get any reps. You can't sit there and say, well, you ain't play me in practice. Why should I work for you in the game? Or you ain't give me any reps all week. Now you want to throw me out here Friday Night Lights talking about practice. Like, nah, I don't want to do that. You can't do that if you're Chris. You got to always be prepared. And that's the same message for Mason and Kenny as they continue to alternate. All right, you're with this group today, so you're going to get more reps. Oh, you're with this group today. Do you feel like you're getting demoted? You know what I mean? It's like, yo, Mason, you're not demoted. We're just trying to rotate. But to me, I think that Mason still across the board has been the most consistent.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious, though, if Oladokin, let's say, first preseason game, final, 5 minutes left, and like his number gets called. He pulls the whole he pulls the Pippin and that whole Bulls documentary where he said, I ain't going in. Oladokin says, I ain't going in. You ain't give me snaps in training.
Nope,
I ain't going in.
Nope. I'm like, bro, you can't be like that, huh? Don't do that.
You ask him in the press conference.
Yeah.
He's a 7th round pick rookie. He's like, man, they ain't believe me. I'm not doing that. No way. I'm not going the extra mile for them.
That is funny, bro, but
that'd be hilarious. Yeah. Obviously, it's never gonna happen.
I would hope not, but I don't put it past.
It'd be great for the
new
show
generation. I need a new generation. Somebody gonna give it to me. Maybe it's somebody not in Pittsburgh, and we can just react to it.
That'd be hilarious. The thing that I'm excited about though is now Pickett just getting some of those second team reps. Obviously, that he's doing well, but you think back to last preseason, Mason was getting all the work with the ones.
He did. Yeah, it never rotated.
We had Haskins with the 2. So I just want to see a fair shot. I don't know if it's going to reach to the point wherever Mason or Pickett get those ones, but I'll even be more excited when that happens, because how much are we going to see a fair shot of these guys if they're just doing it with the same units the whole time? Yeah. Because we did go into this talking how it's an open quarterback competition. So I would like to see Pickett with the ones, even if it is with just Pickens and Calvin Austin, Anthony Miller going up against that defense, because it could give us maybe a bigger picture of what's going on, because maybe, like you said, the Mitch struggles would be put into a better context, just visually, because we're talking about it, but to actually see another quarterback in that scenario.
And then he's like, okay, look, they're both, it's the exact same. Like, it's not the player, because and I
but then it would be
if he's
interesting,
no,
if he's able to step up with Pickens and Austin against the number 1 defense. It's like, all right, what are we doing having Pickett as the third team the whole time? Maybe we should equal these first team reps out a little bit more.
No, 100%, man. But at the same time, it's just that I'm always very cautious with rookie quarterbacks in particular, and their mentality, that mindset, man. Once you start exposing them and they start getting that negativity, it's hard to undo it. And that's my only concern. I said, to me, Mitch Trubisky going out there and struggling against that elite 1 defense, or a group that's trying to be on that level, to me, he has the mental fortitude, because he already
He's been
knows.
through the gauntlet.
Right. Kenny has not just yet. And I don't want Kenny to get introduced to that in training camp. And now you're already going into a season thinking negatively about yourself, trying to figure it out because you got roughed up every day at camp. That's not good for him. That's not good for us as a whole. For Mitch, as a player who's already been through it, it doesn't have the same effect. And we all know that. It's just the familiarity that comes with it. So that's the part where I still...
Probably same thing with Mason.
Right,
He's been through worse things as well.
Exactly. He definitely has. So that's why I'm just kind of like always cautious, like, yo, keep him where he's going to be able to feel his best, where he's going to be the most comfortable, where you can challenge him a little bit. And that's why I like them bumping him from the 3 to the 2, because it's a slight increase. We're not going 3 to 1. 3 to 1 is like going from 25 miles an hour to the Indy 500. You're not ready for that just yet. It's going to be too fast. But what if I build you up? What if, okay, now we're here. Now you're here. Now when you go out there, you're not tripping. You driving 200 like, yo, it's whatever. That's the part for me where I'm like, yo, take your time with Kenny. He'll be there. You can already see certain things in his game.
It's almost like working out.
Absolutely. You just got to build up to it. You don't just hop under 400 pounds. It's like, nah. Go to
and you don't even realize it.
Yeah.
You're increasing it little by little, but then a month goes by, you're like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
See where I was at the beginning. Look where I'm at now. But
Yeah.
it didn't even feel like anything.
Absolutely.
I get
Absolutely.
what you're saying.
So that's been my approach. That's how I look at Kenny right now. And I think that Kenny is definitely going to continue to progress because there's certain players you can just see they have a work ethic. Certain players you can see the moment isn't too big. He has all of that. I mean, dating back to the college stuff, you can see that. But even now in training camp, good day, bad day, it doesn't matter. He's not wavering. And that's important, especially at the quarterback position. It's a lot of this. We know the physical part, but it's a lot of this that goes on there. And to me, I just think that he already has shown that he can do that. He just has to continue to build it up. But if you do it too fast, it could be damaging, right? You can hurt yourself. And that's the part where I'm just like, yo, just take your time.
Now, I saw you checking your phone. We got
Yeah.
TG coming up here soon.
He has not texted me back just yet, so let's go ahead and tap onto the dot.
Before we get into this, though, can I bring up Jalen Warren?
Let's
it's just
do
like
it.
a hot
Absolutely.
topic in general, because I don't know if he's going to be brought up in the tweet by
I
tweet
wanted to talk
breakdown.
about him anyways,
Okay.
man. Yeah. Because we all know that Najee Harris did not practice recently because of the foot thing. Precautionary, that's what they're saying and everything like that.
Yeah, just sit out the rest of training camp.
I'm 100% with you on that. Go ride a bike, something, man. Go chill out. Go chill out. But Jalen Warren, man, he's been turning heads, bro. To the point where Coach Tomlin was even leading off a press conference, like talking about this kid, man, in the sense that in training camp, we know injuries are going to happen. We know opportunities can come whenever. But what do you do with those opportunities? And with Najee not being as available, Jalen has gotten a lot more reps, a lot more opportunities. And he's one of those guys that he doesn't run away from competition. He's not running away from adversity. And not saying that he's playing perfect out there, but he's one of those dudes that he's just showing up and he's always in the fight. When we talk about some of these drills that y'all hear about, backs on backers was 2 days ago. Yesterday was the coverage element of it, right? So we'll switch and then we'll have where we got to block and stuff like that, like one-on-one blocking, 6 technique blocking, like all these different variations of these competition drills and stuff. And most of the time, not most of the time, every single time with the drill is going to have a competitive advantage for one or the other side. That's Coach Tomlin's staple. He's like, yeah, I want it slanted to somebody because I want you in this drill to either have to play from everything being on your side or you need to play from everything being stacked against you because it's never perfect in a game. But Jalen's one of these dudes that even when the odds are stacked against him in these drills, he's still fighting, like, to the end of this thing. Even though you might lose, it's like, yo, he's still fighting. And then you're watching a run and it's like, okay, you're showing a little bit of this. Oh, man, you're showing that you can actually take what you're showing in this drill of blitz pickup and actually doing it in a team setting. Those are some of the things that he's showing, but more importantly, and this is what Coach Tomlin highlighted about him, was his physical conditioning. Talked about how guys that get opportunities, and a lot of dudes do get opportunities in training camp, but they aren't in shape enough to take advantage of it, to capitalize on it. They start tapping out, they cramp up, they're like, hey, coach, man, I need a sub, and that can hurt your opportunity. I mean, because now if coach doesn't feel like he can use you to that extent, or you're not capable of playing that long, well, now he has to go shopping. And in training camp, when they go shopping, that's not a good thing. But with this, though, man, Jalen has been showing that he can take the workload. He can still be productive in that. And he's just a tough kid, man. I'm really enjoying watching what he's doing, man. It's weird, though, that he got the 3-0 on. Because that's my dog, James Conner. And Coach T calling him 3-0, I really felt some type of way because I'm like, that's what you used to call James Conner. And Coach, I'm starting to feel like you just be calling everybody the same nicknames. I'm starting to look at you type of way, Coach. Like, who you calling 5-5? Like, is that what you calling Devin Bush? You call Devin. Like, I need to know. You call Peasy. You was calling me 5-5 and Moats. Like, what's up? You know what I mean? Like, are our nicknames not nicknames anymore? They for everybody? Well, I'm just call you HC then, head coach. How about that? You know what I mean? If that's what we doing, if we just passing around nicknames, I just felt real. I don't know. I don't like how you usually pass my nickname. Like, that's James Conner. James Conner was 3-0. You know what I mean? Like, you can be calling him 3-0 like that.
Everything you're saying about Jaylen Warren's toughness, though, would go hand in hand with his story.
Yeah.
Because
I don't know about his story. What's the story?
Oh, no. I was trying to figure out what the first college he went to. Because I remember whenever we signed him as an undrafted rookie.
Right, out of Oklahoma State.
Oh, it was some like JUCO, some place you're just like, I don't even know how this is the name of an actual college.
Yeah.
That's how he started. And then he ended up transferring to Utah State, but then also built up from Utah State after 2 years to Oklahoma State and being the starter for his final season.
So he was moving.
Yeah, he's grinding throughout his whole college career. So it makes sense the way you're talking about him in training camp that he's a grinder. And you never know with these running backs, too, man. I mean, you saw with Arian Foster. That's the one that sticks out with me. He was either undrafted or was a 7th-round pick.
You know, I
ended up being a stud.
I always bring up my man Fred Jackson, Cole College, D3. Turning out, man, did what he did in Buffalo, man. So, no, salute, man. Absolutely.
So, if he's doing that, he's doing this a lot with the ones.
Yeah. And that's the part. It's like, man, you're talking about the same defense, and that's the thing that's exciting. That's the thing that's intriguing about him. But at the same time... Nope, I'm not doing it today. Nope, we're staying positive. We're good. All right. So let's keep it going, man. Who else we got?
So that was just a name, hot topic. Yeah. I'll go through the day-by-day tweets or the
let's do it, man.
Play-by-play tweets.
I was about to,
Alex Kozora, we shout him out again.
We feeling good today, man. You know how that feel, man.
Okay, Steelers about to start 7 shots. Followed by a strong throw on a line to Pickens, who made a good hands catch. I wonder if that was that Cam Sutton play we looked at. Trubisky only getting 3 reps here, normally 4. Now Rudolph with the second team.
Okay.
Cornerback Levi Wallace is not practicing today. Not even in individual work. He's missed a fair amount of time to start camp. Tomlin's called it an illness.
Okay.
Freiermuth doesn't have his helmet on like other tight ends, but going through individual work with this group.
He didn't have no gloves on at first. I was like, Pat, what you doing?
Going Dallas Clark on us.
Yeah. No, it looked like it low-key. I was like, you got your cleats on. Because, he's obviously been missing time because of the hem. He was like, you got your cleats on. You got the jersey. Where your gloves at, though, bro? Like,
Okay, here's some of the 7 shots I play-by-play. Trubisky first pass tipped at line of scrimmage. TJ, we assuming?
More than likely, or Cam. It's got to be one of them.
First TD from Trubisky in a while, hitting Miller on a speed out. Followed by a strong throw on a line to Pickens. I already said that one. Yep. Trubisky only getting 3 reps. Said that one as well. But then at the beginning of this whole thread.
So it went 3-2-2 or talk to me.
Here it is. Yeah, Trubisky 3, Rudolph 3, Pickett 1.
So they switched back up. Yeah. Okay.
Offense won the day, though. 5-2.
That's
Steven Sims, Jaylen Warren, and Connor Hayward all with touchdowns.
That part is interesting because that has not happened. It's been like nasty lately, like 5-2, 6-1, like filthy.
All defense.
Yes. 5-2. Woo. Okay. So who all had tutties then? Let's hear this, man.
It was Sims.
Okay.
Yeah, Sims I guess we're only getting 3. We're only getting 3 here. Sims, Warren, and Hayward all with touchdowns.
Yeah.
To finish out the session.
Yeah, because I'm glad to hear Hayward actually got his today because he should have had one yesterday as well, man.
So I don't know who got the other 2, but was it Pickens? Is that the one?
I don't know.
We talked about that earlier in the thread.
That. I'm not sure, bro.
So that would be 4. I don't know who got the last one. Maybe one of them got 2.
Yeah, we got to find that one out, man. Come on, Alex. Do your job, bro. Jeez.
Yeah, he says Mason Rudolph running second team today, all part of the Steelers QB rotation.
Yeah, and we did talk about that, like you said, with Monday, man, in terms of when they're going to be switching this thing. Coach Tomlin, he's back there pulling them puppet strings, man. Some reason, somehow, some way, he has a method to this madness. Yeah, because it's like, why you switch Mason and Pickett today, but then you switch the reps to 3-1? Like, what we doing, man?
I'm just waiting for Mason or Pickett to get the first team reps. Yeah. That's what I want to see.
Right. But and this is my biggest issue with it. It's like I want to see them with the ones as well, but I still want to see Mitch with the true ones because I don't feel like I've seen Mitch with the ones just yet. And part of it is the byproduct of him being QB1 on the depth chart, you have to roll with the guys that are in that group, and it is what it is. You know, it sucks that you got a Deontay, not the literal sense, but just the sense that, you know, Deontay's not available to you for what he's dealing with, and then the rest of those guys that we named aren't available to him. But it's like, do you penalize him for that? Or do you still, but at the same time, you're still evaluating him, so it's like, all right, if I'm seeing these two guys make plays and you're not, that's the dilemma that I'm personally in when I think of how I would handle it. Not even how Coach T, just if I'm doing it, I'm like, yo, how do I justify just pulling him when I know what he's working with compared to these other two guys? So
preseason could be a good indicator,
Yeah.
but I could also see us sitting Claypool still, Freiermuth,
Yeah.
Najee, and I would want that, me personally.
I would
but at
as
least
well.
he'll be able to go up maybe against a lesser defense.
yes, I think if he was going against a
Seahawks,
lesser
yeah,
defense, I think that would definitely
they're not
help
on
out
our
a
level.
lot more. Yeah, because right now it's just crazy. You're trying to, like we talked about these matchups we're naming, it's not the same, man. It's way more depth. It's way, or not depth, but it's way more high end talent on that defense. I mean, it's the reason why it's the highest paid defense in the league. We do it. We know this.
TJ Watt,
Yeah.
Cam Hayward getting limited work today. Not in team.
But like I said, they
Loudermilk,
weren't
first
even, and they
team.
weren't even in pads today either. Remember, we talked about that too.
Yeah, he goes on to say no injuries, just veteran
Yeah.
guys getting breathers, chance for younger guys to get work.
Mhm.
So Loudermilk was getting some first
Yeah.
team right defensive end. Tuska,
Mhm.
first team left outside linebacker.
Whew.
So if Tuska is the third guy,
That's
goddamn.
that preseason starting lineup right there. You better be ready. Derek Tuska starting at your left outside linebacker. Let's go.
True. Yeah,
That's
I mean,
what
if
it's gonna be.
TJ plays, would it be the third game?
TJ's not. Yeah, oh no, it's back to 3 games, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Would it be the second or the third? I guess it would be the third.
Yeah, I feel like it would be the 3rd because you got like 2 weeks now, right?
I'm good with him.
Yeah,
just
I don't
not
want to play
playing
any
in
of it.
preseason
Yeah,
at all. Or Hayward,
don't
whoever.
even think about it. Yeah, would you play? I want Highsmith out there. I do want him out there, just a little bit, not a lot though.
The 3 would be Minka, TJ, and Hayward on
Yeah.
defense, right?
Yeah,
Miles Jack, probably you still have him out there.
for a little bit. I just want him to. I need him to do. I want him to go through the process of our game day stuff. You know what I mean? Our communications, how we talk, how we hand signal, how we handle stuff. Because granted, he's done it at the NFL level, but every team is different. Every team's game day process is different. Everybody's communication also is different. And since he is the new guy, I'm just like, you know, hey man,
I think it'd be the
we
smart
just
thing
run
to
through
do
it.
to have
Yeah.
him out
Not
there
a
for a
lot,
little bit.
but just like a little series. It's kind of like what Ben had. Was that last year when he had the 2 series and was out?
Lions game.
Yeah, Lions game, like something like that. Like if it's 3 and out, cool. If it's a
So you're just saying for one preseason game.
yeah,
too.
that's
It doesn't even have
it's
to
not
be
even
the first
multiple,
two.
just one. Yeah.
John LeGlue was Mr. Versatile last summer. Played
Mhm.
everything but left tackle
Yeah.
in 2021. Getting reps at left tackle today.
Mm-hmm.
Jake Dixon is following his steps. Played
Yeah.
all over this camp, both tackle spots and work at guard.
Now Jake Dixon and Jace, was it
Sternberger.
Sternberger? Yeah, those are the ones I'm low key liking too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now Jace has been doing some stuff though, man. I think he had a score. Was that yesterday? I think it was.
Enough for competition at the tight end
I did
two
not.
spot?
I did not go that far just yet. I did
So
not go there
Gentry's
just yet. Yeah.
solidified there.
Gentry, yes, I need to see Jason in game, like, because for me in practice, just because I know how frequently and how fast it can shift, dudes will look great today, and then tomorrow you're like, man, what's going on? Or they're in pads, they look one way, no pads look totally different. I need to see it when it gets to that game though, because right now we're still building information. We're still all right. You see something neat with your eyes, you watch a video, you read up on it. All right, you research some more, you come back and check it again. Then it's like, all right, did it look the same the next day? And the next day, and the next day, to the point where you can trust it. That's where I'm like, yeah, we need to see more. That's all.
You want to hear some punting competition? Harvin and how do you pronounce this dude's name? Nazalik
Mm-hmm.
were pretty even.
Okay.
Nazalik had a 60-yarder at 4.73 hang time. Harvin's last punt was good at 5.05. Nazalik did have one shank though.
And Presley, I trust. Come on, Presley.
Oh, he's looking good. Yeah, we'll roll with Harvin. We drafted him.
And I'm biased. That's the homie. I like him a lot. He's like a good dude, man.
How about this one? Heavier rotation today between Trubisky and Rudolph. Not as even. Switch out every 4 reps. That was unexpected.
Unexpected because it hasn't been the status quo. But like I said, Coach Tomlin, I don't know his full rhyme or reason or his full thing. What they say is like the Wizard of Oz. He works in mysterious ways and stuff like that. You know what I mean? He just be in his back little lab just drawing up stuff, and we like, Coach, why this? Why you switch the reps all of a sudden today? And they're not even in pads. That was the part for me. I'm just like, why are you making this type of move on this type of day? It was so random to me, but yeah, that's what he's on. But also, I will say this too. Going back to Coach T, he also likes to, for the sake of, I don't want to say ruffle feathers, but just throw off the norm, throw off your schedule, what you're comfortable with. So if he knows this is your routine, he knows you do this every single time, he'll do something on purpose just to throw you off, just to see how you respond to that. So as simple as, hey, Mitch, every time we're out here at practice, you're getting 6 reps with this group, or you're getting 5 reps with this group. All right, we've been doing this for a week and a half now, right? Now today we're just gonna switch. You only getting 4 with them. You're like, bro, what? And now you start thinking, was it me? Have I been doing something wrong? All right, am I tripping? Dang, coach was talking kind of nice about this dude. Like, hold on now, wait a minute. And now you start doing that. But he's trying to see how you're going to respond.
You just got to lock in.
Absolutely. It's a lot of mind games with Coach Tom, especially in training camp. He wants to put you through the ringer. He wants to, you hear about the Navy SEALs, right? When they're talking about how they prepare, was it Buds camp, or when they go to Buds and stuff like that, preparing to be a Navy SEAL, and how they get pushed to the brink. It's like, whoa, why y'all doing all that? Coach T, he loves that type of stuff. That's his mindset. He probably would take us to that limit as well if he could, but shout out to the CBA, he cannot. But that is something, though, man, that he just likes to do. You know what I mean? He wants to see, how can I throw you off? Because he's going to point to different times and say, hey, Mason, you remember when you were playing the Detroit Lions and you went to sleep as the backup, you woke up the starting quarterback. Like, think about how you had to respond. You couldn't have a routine. You couldn't, oh, man, I usually do this and wake up at that time. Nah, you were thrust into action. We had to go. You know, you think about, okay, if this guy got hurt, when you had to just hop right in this thing, you didn't have time to go through your routine. No, you got to come in here and be instant productivity. So these are some of the things that Coach T tries to simulate in these settings. Even though it's not necessarily organic, for him, he's like, I can at least have this portion of it.
Yeah.
So, and I did finally get a text back from TG. So
how's he
let's
looking?
see. Let's see.
All right. I'll
He
read
said
this
he's
one
good.
off.
He said he's ready to go. I bet. So yeah, you
We
read
calling
off.
him here?
Sure. Let's do that.
Okay. Let me read this one off, though.
Schedule and stuff. So yeah.
Let me read this one. Kenny Pickett with an impressive throw hitting your boy, Jay Sternberger, in stride in 7v7.
Tell you, man. It's Jace, bro.
Dude, we got some good ones, too, for whenever we come back.
No, we're going to go back to it. We'll come back to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, we were going to have all this hooked up beforehand, but I was over here having a little too much fun. And, yeah. But here we go now. It's getting set up. I had to work today, bro. It was a long day.
Yeah, dude.
And I don't work. You know?
No, you're good. No worries at all. Do you want to, you know what? You want me to read this? Nah, we're good. We're good.
Oh, man, I think I pushed the wrong button, bro. I pushed the button down there. I don't know if I messed anything up. I pushed the button.
No,
Deke,
we're good.
I pushed the button, man.
We're still live.
All right. They say you're not supposed to push the little red button. Don't push the red button. Or you're supposed to push the goddamn button. That's a Rush Hour reference for all my movie heads out there, by the way. All right.
If you want me to, I could read this off while we got some time.
Oh, man, you ain't even put the thing on yet. I was waiting on you, player.
You ready?
You ain't even the thing. Yeah, I'm ready, man. What's up? What's up? What you got today? Huh, what you got on your chest you want to talk about today, partner?
Ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
2-minute drill.
Mm-hmm.
1 timeout. Ball on offense is 47. Trubisky will lead things off.
Hold on, man. Don't start that yet, because you about to have us over here going down that rabbit hole, man. You know we for a fact we're going to go down that rabbit hole.
That's a cliffhanger, though.
I know. Oh, you left it
You
like
see
that.
that?
Okay. I see what you're saying now.
See?
I was like, yo, don't you...
That's what we call teasing.
Why you
the
doing
business.
that, man? He says you call it teasing the business. You dead going right about that. All right, here we go. Yeah, see what he's up to. How he feeling about... Thing was loud as a mud, bro. I'm going to blow my eardrum out. Play.
Hello.
Uh-oh. Is that him? Is that the one and only? Hey,
My God.
let's
My God.
go. Let's go. For those that don't know, for those that need reminding, we are joined right now by Steelers alum, West Virginia Mountaineer, almost heaven, and more importantly, my locker mate, Mr. Terrence Garvin. What it do, man? How you feeling out here, baby?
I'm feeling good. I was just talking the other day. I was telling a story. I don't know who I was talking to, and I was like, it's crazy because we was at the camp. To the people, we was at the camp,
Uh-huh.
and Mr. Moats is the energy guy. Like, just the energy is sky high.
Yo, you
Like
gotta chill.
it's work to have energy that sky high. Like that's a skill. You know how they say listening is a skill? Like it's a skill to have
Having energy like that is a skill.
sky high. So I was telling the story and I came back to this. I was like, I remember it's crazy. Like I remember the couple dark days and I'm like,
Hey,
it's
yo.
crazy how I had to go to it. I'm like, it's crazy how that energy could just shift, like like just
Yo. I'm cheesing because anytime you start talking like this, I'm like, I know exactly what you said because you seen them days I came with that hoodie, yo. You know what time it was.
With the hoodie on.
We've come a long way.
Like,
We've come a long way.
This Moats is a beautiful thing to see. Like I was looking at you in the camp in admiration because I feel like I seen the come up.
Hey, it was generations out there, man. He's talking about the Stills U football camp that we had worked. Me, him, Vince Williams. We had generations out there, man. We had my son, Vince's kids out there, man. It was dope, man. Yeah. Tyson's son was out there. No, it was a vibe, bro. It definitely was.
Shout out the baby Honey Badger. You know who you are. It was a guy out there as a little star. Little 10-year-old. He toe tapped. He did the AB on the sideline. I seen enough. Shout out my little Honey Badger home.
No, I love it, man. I love it. Hey, but man, training camp is here, and we are getting a ton of action, a ton of reports, but more importantly, we got rotations going on at that inside linebacker spot with your Devin Bush partner there. What's up with that, man? How you feeling about that, baby?
I think that line. What's it looking like in there? How's the linebacker?
Man, so Miles Jack is still that guy, but
we know who our guy is.
But Spillane and Miles, Spillane and Devin, they keep rotating. They keep flipperooski. Yeah. Now the DC Terrell Austin, he did go on record and say that his order is Miles Jack, and Devin Bush, and then Robert Spillane.
Yeah, no. There's no way that's not the order. It's still business now. Business is business now. Like, come on now. We traded up to go get that.
I know. But
that's a first round linebacker. Don't do that.
But with these rotations, Spillane is being a more productive player right now. That's the other part. And 5-5 hasn't been as productive as Mr. Spillane. I'm just checking with you to see how you feel about this situation. You see how
I knew rotations were happening.
I'm just casually.
I didn't know Spillane was playing better than Bush, though.
I'd say he's more productive. He's been more productive. He's been definitely more productive.
First of all, shout out the top 10 linebacker in the league, Miles Jack. Like, first of all.
Facts.
Yeah, you see, we're not doing any rotations with him.
Yes. It was like the first day, they was like all three rotated, and after that, it was like, get out of here, not happening again.
Did we lose TG?
T. The weird thing is, he's still on the phone, though. Dude, he might have muted us. I don't know. Did you mute us, T? I'm about to call you back.
I said we call him back.
Yeah, I was calling back, because he disappeared right there. That was weird. All right, let's try this again. See, he was about to go on his top 10 rant, and then before you know it, peek. I almost called the dealership. You don't want to call them that.
Please leave your message
he got to be about to. Yeah, he might. All right, he going to call us back.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see what's up. All right, we can call us right back, man. Because that's definitely something going on his end. Oh, yep, here he is right here.
Terence Garvin.
Brother.
T, bro, you just going to hang up on us? That's crazy, man.
Bro, I was in there getting in depth just now. That's crazy.
That's crazy, man. We was over here talking like, yo, man, Devin Bush, you was like, yo, he's the 10th, and then you just disappeared. And we like, yo, he just going to hang up. He got mad about the rotation. I said Spillane was being a little more productive. He just hung up on me. He just banged on me like, dang, bro, what's that about, man?
Man, I think it's good that they rotate.
Yeah.
I think, for one, it's giving some depth at the position, in case, because, people get hurt, things happen.
Nah, facts.
So you're getting depth at position, you're getting good competitive reps at the position, and it's the mental aspect. It's knowing that somebody is behind me, and I can't just be in here playing around. I have to take this very serious. because we're seeing what it's like if it's Spillane and Jack, you know?
Right.
And I'm sure he'll keep mixing it up, but it's gonna be Jack and
Did he forget Devin Bush's name?
You said what?
You there?
Oh man,
we lost you.
You lost you again, bro. Where are you at right now, man? What you doing? You alive?
Man, I'm just sitting outside, and it's like
that was crazy. Yo, you was literally, you was just talking. It was perfect, and it was like, yo, is he alright? He ain't say nothing. Then he came back.
Crazy.
You're basically saying it'll be Miles Jack and Devin Bush.
Yeah. I'm going on full-fledged rants too.
Yeah, like, I know, man. I'm over here like we can't be having this phone while the rant going on. Nah. Right. All right, so let's try this again. So you saying that is all right? Go ahead, continue because I think we lost you when you was about to say Miles and Devin. Yeah,
it's for Lane. Day one is gonna be Jack and Bush. That's gonna be the first game. That's day one. That's for day one. That's what it is.
Okay.
But it's good to have. It's good that Bush has Spillane behind him to give him some pressure,
right?
You know, to make him step up, you know, play better. That's competition brings the best out of people. Also, is good for depth reasons because you know things happen. People get hurt. You know, shoelaces come untied in the game. Yeah. Things happen. So it's like you building a 3-man in there, which is even better. And I believe it's another one in there that's doing pretty well that I've been hearing about.
Mark Robinson.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, so quiet dark horse. But they're.
Oh, you said that's your dark horse?
You know who my dark horse is. Like, there's another one back in there I hear a lot of really good things about all the time. You know, I had some eyes go down there.
Uh-huh.
You know, one of my inside guys.
Oh yeah.
Had some eyes go down there, and I got some good reports about one of the dark horses. I'm like, I always hear good things about this guy. He can run. He's the T. Garvin of the group.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
He can run. He can hit. He can play.
He the T. Garvin of the group. Yep. Big safety. Okay. Say no more. And he been here too. Uh-huh.
So I think it's good that competition is happening. You know what I mean? I think that's always a good thing. I don't think you should don't over analyze it and think Spillane's going to be the starter. Like Bush and Jack will be the day one starters, but it's a matter of how this thing lines all the way up at the end. But day one starters will be Bush and Jack. And, you know, I'm sure they're building chemistry, but it's good.
Now, but how would you feel about that though? Yeah, but how would you feel about that though? Even in terms of it being Devin Bush starting week 1, even if Spillane continues to be more productive in training camp and then has better preseason games as well, you would still roll with Devin solely because of the first round tag on him?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, not to be wrong, but it is what it is. It's business. Like, you traded up and came and got him. You believed him. You told him, you know what I mean? That's the girl in the club you fell in love with. It's like... You know, we got to just see it out. Like, this is the year of do or die. You know, they didn't pick up that last year option. This is what it is. So it's like, it's do or die. Like, you going to do it or you're not. We finding some suitable people who we feel can do it, you know? So if he's not going to get it done, it will be somebody to get it done. And I'm sure they'll go about drafting one next year. But the hope is for him to get it done. You know, they'd love to see him get it done and see the Bush and Jack thing work out and be a nice tandem. That's a very athletic tandem.
No, it definitely is.
I'm hearing that Bush is setting it though, and Jack is the body. Like Jack is the guy that's running in there. He's the guy that's flowing, hitting. I was a little bit. That bothered me a little bit.
But why that bother you though? We said that Devin's been here longer. Devin's supposed to be the guy.
But Devin's a true body. Like, I think that's proof. You know, like. You know what I mean? Like,
he's just a body.
He's a true body. Like, we've proven that. So it's like, I just would love to see him be able to play the body, like be able to run and hit. Like, we didn't ask Lawrence Timmons to set it. Like,
I agree because it slowed him down. I'm with you. Yeah.
Yeah, it slows you down. So it's work to set it. Like, I'm not gonna let's not minimize the job that they're asking Devin Bush to do. Like, that is a job. That takes effort. It takes studying. It takes keeping your body. You have to be a pro to set it, run it, not to
mention the conditioning element as well. Because when everybody else is catching their breath, you're the one that's having to do the talking. Yeah, absolutely.
Right. You have to be a pro for that. You know. So, I'm I think I could see Spillane being very good at being the setter. You know what I mean? Being
Absolutely.
the captain of the program. So I'm sure he is. Maybe he probably feels a little bit more comfortable. But this is what we're here for: is to get comfortable, to find the connections and the matches that can work. You know, the brain and the body. That's what I always call it.
Yeah.
How this whole thing can mesh together. But it did surprise me a little bit to hear that Miles Jack isn't the one setting the defense. I thought he was going to be kind of the rip, Liz, the Vince Williams type.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I could dig that.
All right, do you have any takes on this Deontay Holden? We got some receiver contracts that have happened recently with Deebo Samuel, DK Metcalf,
dude's
like $24 million a year. But then we're also seeing, as Deontay's holding in, Pickens is showing out. So what are your takes on this right now? Omar Khan said that he wants Deontay here long term. So, yeah, what do you think the Steelers are going to do here?
I don't want to start no drama with this.
You better do it.
I don't want to start no drama.
You better do it.
Hey, you were the one that told us, like, hey, don't let them see anyone else out there.
Hey, I told him, I gave him the analogy that you told me. You said, all right, now, when that... I say, look, man. I say the Steelers, they the man of the house right now. Deontay been the main thing for a little while. Deontay done said, all right, I'm holding out. I ain't cooking no more. So now it's a little bad little thing that just came in here with the little shorts on, cooking eggs and turkey bacon. I said the turkey bacon is smelling really good. And I think the Steelers are starting to forget about Deontay's omelets and French toast. He ain't trying to hear that right now because Deontay holding in, on that. So we was like, hey, man, the longer that happens and they started to get comfortable with Pickens, it's like, yo, I'm liking it. I was like, I don't know if that's good, though.
This might sound crazy. I think the only thing that hurts him is, like, because I think he's a star. I think I
agree.
There's a star in there.
I agree.
think there's a star in there. I'm telling you what I think. I think that's a Martavius, AB.
Listen,
he's
all of that combined in one. You give me Tay, you give me the AB, you give me Tone. Like, what, bro? The body control, the acceleration, the leapability, the size, the physicality, the block. I'm telling you, bro,
and I think
he's like that right now.
Mentality of like just throw it.
A true alpha mentality. Think how AB was, bro. How AB was. I'm always open. If it's two on me, I'm open. He's following me. He better follow me on Twitter. You know what time he on, bro. Like that's how George look when he out there, bro. Like man, I ain't tripping on nobody. Yeah.
So with that being the case, I just don't see them trading Deontay. I don't see that. I'm not gonna say that because I was walking around. I'm like, yo, he might get traded.
But what do you do with him though? I think that's the legit.
I think you keep him. You keep him on. You can't pay him that, but you let him be who he is.
But if he's holding in right now, do you? So you're saying essentially he's gonna give in. The Steelers don't need to pay him. Come week one, he's gonna say F it and show up. Okay.
For sure. Let's see who got the better cards. Like, I just don't think he has no cards to hold in right now. Mm-hmm. I understand it, but the more reps you let them see another person in that position, it's not the person. I don't want you to. They don't replace the person. Yeah. They replace the position.
Yep.
So you got to think. They feel like they got a big body with Claypool. Mm-hmm. You know, they feel like they got a scatty one in there with Calvin. Mm-hmm. You know, so like Deontay is that playmaker. You know, he's that I can throw you a slant and you can take it. I can throw you a screen and you can take it. I can throw you a deep ball and you'll catch it. Mm-hmm. You know, so if they feel as though they can replace the position, you got a new deep ball / slant guy, mm-hmm. then they feel like they'll replace you.
Yeah,
you know?
Facts.
Like even though it could be two people that replace the one position, mm-hmm. they still feel as though you're replaced, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So he don't want to show them reps too many times to other people. Like I seen Calvin get a screen and take it in return, mm-hmm. and they made a big deal out of that. That was a lot of like, whoa, mm-hmm. what's that? You know? And those are usually the Deontay reps. Those are the Deontay screens and whatnot. You know? So I say like this, one of the receivers is definitely going to be affected by it. You know? I think Deontay gets affected in terms of his pay. I think Claypool gets affected in terms of his targets. But you'll see a different set of rules this year for who's got what, you know? And I also will say The young boy, he liked the block.
Yeah.
So everything I see, it look like he liked the block. That's somebody you keep on the field. You go look at Matt Canada's college tape. He had one receiver out there a lot. You know, with a big package, like a big fullback.
You already know what it is.
You know what I mean? A big running back.
Gonna get you in big body personnel grouping. Yeah.
You know, something like a Connor Hayward at the tight end. You know, you got a nice package there to play action, run a dig, or play action, run a go, or hand the ball off 28 times like they want to do. So it's like, I just don't think they have a lot of leverage in the Deontay camp right now to get the deal done the way they want to. Even though it makes no sense to take a bad deal per se to miss out on 2 or 3.
You can't take the bad deal, bro. You can't if you're Deontay, but you're stuck now.
What, 19 million to 22 million is a bad deal?
But who said that that's what they're offering him? Because we said the floor is 20 for him.
I mean,
if they're giving him 20, that's fine.
17 to 20, that's a bad deal?
If he gets 17, that's a bad deal. If he gets 20, that's all right. 20 should be his floor, though.
Deal. But why is that a bad deal, though? For your situation you got, you lock in long term and you're here.
But how do you feel about your situation here? That's the real question. Do you believe in the quarterback going forward? Because that's going to heavily impact you down the line.
I just feel like 17 million, whether it's 17, 16, man, damn it, I don't mean 15. It's better than playing these odds right now.
You know how this game goes, though. Everybody wants that bag, bro. In that sense,
everybody does.
They want the bag. And when you seeing a guy that you know you just as nice as, if a dude think about this, you don't think he looks at Terry like that? He look at DK like that. Why wouldn't he?
He not just as nice as nobody on respect.
He's looking at them like that, though. He's gonna be looking at them like that, though. Yeah.
I just sent you the list.
Oh, I'm with you on that. Absolutely, I know this. Yeah.
I don't see it. Only thing I think he's tougher than is the Christian Kirk, but he's not like the Terry McLaurins are in his. That's his range. You know, so it's like, but they don't have these type of situations in their field either.
Yeah.
DK could have held out forever. They were gonna pay DK, you know, or he was gonna get his somewhere else. Like you see, AJ Brown was gonna get his. Like, this is a situation where he might need to take, and I can't tell nobody what to do with their money, but that's a lot of money still, you know? And you know how the league go. I'm not being one of them.
No, I'm with you.
No, I'm saying that's a lot of money still. Like, in the world, you still getting a nice check, and you're in there. You're in there. They got to give you that.
Oh, yeah, facts.
So now they got to hit you. Now you're on the politics side. You're on not the D-Light, but you're on the Miles Jack side, or you're on the Devin Bush side where we're cheering for you to get it done. You know, we're gonna throw him that screen. You know,
to TG's point too, because you know I've been talking about absolutely. 17, 18 million, and I think that would be the perfect deal for both Deontay and the Steelers. There's no Ben now too. With this whole quarterback situation, like it could be almost like with Debo, how he locked in with the 49ers, and now going into the season they have Trey Lance. So like, I think 17, 18 wouldn't be that bad to consider. Now, I do understand why Deontay would want more just because of the other receivers and what they're getting, because his numbers are very comparable. But you don't know what's going to happen with Mitch. Is Deontay going to be his number one guy? Ben was. For Ben, he was.
You say that's pride to you?
That's pride to me, though, because you just want to say, I'm one of these $20 million guys. And it's kind of, if 17 gets you in there, but you're still comfortable and you're on the team, you're, you know what I mean? You can get on a golf cart at Latrobe.
I
think that's all right.
I see how you looking at it. You're looking at it as take a little less. You're comfortable in the situation. You feel stable in the situation. Yeah, I get that part, and I'm looking at it from
looking left and right at a DK or a Terry, and they don't have nothing behind them. They're not as deep.
Right, their situation behind them is definitely different, and that is big in terms of why they were able to have the leverage that they did have. With this, they didn't have a Chase Claypool opposite them. They don't have a George Pickens coming behind them as well. It's very different in that sense. I just feel like for Deontay, man, you know, when it comes time for striking and hitting for that NFL bag, it doesn't come around often. And when you're in a position where you can get an extra $3 to $5 million potentially on a per year basis, that's something where I'm just like, man, I think you really have to weigh that and see, is my situation and me trusting that we're going to figure this quarterback thing out, if I feel good about that, or am I going to take a little bit, I'm going to maximize how much money I can get, market value, and say, you know what? Whatever happens after that happens, but at least I got the bag that I felt most comfortable with. Kind of like the L. Bell situation when we talk about him leaving Pittsburgh to go to New York to the Jets. It's like, yeah, he left the better situation, but for him, he got the money that he felt comfortable with. So it's like, how do you fault him for choosing that? So in this situation, it's almost like the same thing in a sense.
I feel you. I feel that. And I think, in a sense, to say that to your only thing, you think maybe Le'Veon stays, maybe that movie's a little bit different as well.
Yeah,
you know?
True.
I just think it's the same script. I think Le'Veon chose the money. Yeah. And I love Le'Veon. Everybody in the world know I'm one.
No, facts.
Le'Veon, AB, I'm part of the team.
Hey, you ride with them through it all. I'll be over here like, yo, I rock with y'all, but I can't. Yeah, it's like
I got arguments on Instagram.
You one of them dudes. Yes, you one of them dudes. I was over here like, all right, we're gonna see how this thing goes. This is interesting. You was in the fight. You was in the fight with him. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you look over there at the San Fran. I think Debo. I don't think he chose the money. I think he could have kept pushing. He had all the cards in the world, but he was like, all right, let's get this done. I'm coming back in here. Do whatever you want to do. I'm comfortable, though. He's comfortable. For the next couple years, he's comfortable. You're not going nowhere, you know? Nothing like we can get you the ball. We going whatever. You're comfortable. Yeah. I just think Deontay can find himself into a role where he can get comfortable right now to where, throw me the screens. Or hit me still. I'm still in the mix. You know what I mean? He can slow down this momentum a little bit and it's hard to tell him to take some money for less, but in doing that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Now it does, man. But you know how it goes, man. When you ask a dude to take a little less and trust a little more over here, you're comfortable. It's like, whew. Yeah, good luck. Hopefully, I hope it work out for him, whichever way it goes, man. But you see this ending.
It's going to work. Everybody will win in a sense. It's just when to how much. That's the whole thing. Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, now, shoot, you're on the name, man. I'm gonna ask you anyways. Dude, have you ever seen the NFL appeal a suspension?
Have I ever heard of appealing in a suspension?
No. Have you ever seen the NFL appeal?
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it got too loud.
That's what it was?
It got too loud.
Okay.
Yeah, it got too loud. I just seen it. I think he had to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure nothing will change, or maybe they'll add 2 games to it or something. But I think they had to do that. I'm not saying he's right. I'm not saying I know that.
We know we said the same thing. I just wanted to know, have you ever? Because when we first saw this, I was like, yo, I can't remember the NFL ever appealing. Yeah. Like I've never seen this before.
I think it's just too loud. Like that. It sounded like the people are upset. It seemed like he got off a little bit, and it's like it's just a bad situation, because on one side you can say, yeah, he might have got off a little bit because it could have been 20 times worse. On another side, you can say, well, like, yeah, he got off, but technically he's not convicted of anything. Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a weird situation. It's like
super weird.
It's just a lot of noise. It's a lot of noise. So I will say this, respect to the Browns. This might sound crazy for sticking with all that drama. Because I know a lot of teams that would be like, this is just a little too much drama right now.
Yeah.
A lot of teams might be like, just we're not going to do camp. We'll figure this out later. A lot of teams might not have dealt with this at all, or they're definitely sticking with it. Like they're doing their interview, they're not hiding from it. So respect.
Nah, you're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. But shoot, man, as always, baby, this is a blast, man, and we're going to keep doing this thing, hopefully. All right, sound good to you? Sound good to me?
It's always a good time. The Mountaineers is coming quick.
Hey,
the Mountaineers is on the way.
Hey.
You know I'm talking.
Hey, look. I was talking to another one of your WVU guys, Mike Logan, and he was over there talking that same thing. He said, look, man, I just want to let y'all know, WVU, we coming down here. It's our time. I was like, all right.
The team's way better than people think it is.
Yeah. That's what
talking about, Pet.
That's what Mike said as well. He was like, yo, they sleeping on him. That's what he said. He said they sleeping on him. That's definitely what he said.
We got a quarterback.
Yeah. He was excited about it. I'm just throwing it out there, Deke. I know you on the other end, but this is 2 dudes now that told me, that WVU got something going on over there.
Things.
Yeah.
I'm hearing some things. I'm hearing we looking like the old, like
they said it. They said it's looking something special over. I don't know what's happening in Morgantown, but it could be gas because I'm talking to two Mountaineers, but. Yeah,
I'm saying the same thing.
Every
about
mountaineer I've run into.
What have I been telling you?
Every mountaineer I've run into, they've been crazy.
Holgerson was in there calling the plays.
Yeah,
we on 70 back-to-back weeks. I'm hearing it looking like that.
Yeah.
Okay, here we come.
I'm feeling the same way about Pitt.
We go.
Almost heaven. That's what they say, huh? Hail to Pitt. I see you, Deke. I'm with you.
I
see. I wanted to include you in there. I'll give you one of them right there. But yeah, man, we definitely gonna keep chopping this thing up, baby. So you already know. Yes, indeed. So we'll wrap. Appreciate you as always. Lock up, mate. My dog. Let's go, bro. Peace.
Peace, bro.
Shout out to the homie Terrence Garvin, aka TG, aka my locker mate. Always fun having him on, man. Getting his perspective as well, man, on a lot of those topics right there, man. Because we do need, varying. What they call it? Varying perspectives at times.
Yeah, I liked whenever he brought up the 17-18 because that was the number I've been saying.
I know you did.
Exact number I've been saying. But I'm with you. If I'm Deontay and you're seeing these $24 million deals with Debo, I understand if you're just like, hey, I want 20 because he's deserving.
Yeah,
if you compare the stats versus the receivers that are getting these deals, I understand it. But 17-18's work. I think it works. Yeah,
this was a lot more simple. It was a lot simpler prior to those guys getting paid the way they did. That's one of those things where you talk about like waiting, hurting you versus helping you. In certain elements, it does pay better, or it is better for you to wait to pay some of these players, right? Make them prove it, potentially have the market correct itself. But in this situation, the market hasn't corrected itself. It's continuing to go the wrong direction for us right now because we have a receiver that needs to get paid. And what 17-18, if we would have been talking about that when he first came out about the new contract when it was 15, we'd have been like, yo, we don't want to pay that. But at the same time, it would have been great when we were talking where we're at today versus back then,
Yeah, just like the Minka deal. Absolutely. We got his deal done. A couple other safeties are going to be looking
right, like Derwin
to set
James,
the market.
When Derwin sets the market and when Jesse Bates sets the market, it's like, dude, we're not trying to pay Minka once those guys hit because that's an extra how many more millions. But with Deontay, because we did wait, and rightfully so, now we're here, man. Yeah.
All right, where do we want to go with this? Super Chats, just finish off some of the training camp.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Okay. So Super Chats finish with the training camp, and then we'll be good. Yeah, because it's what 5:48. We right on schedule, man.
12. Yeah, we got 12.
Absolutely, man.
12 minutes, 15 minutes.
Plenty of time. All
right.
Like I said, it's been a long one for your boy today.
Okay. Remember the Trubisky lead things off for a 2-minute drill tweet. Nice drive by Trubisky. 5 for 7. Finished drive with a touchdown to Pickens from 6 yards out. Trubisky needed that. All right,
it's good
Rudolph.
to hear him back in the fold. And hold on. That's good to hear the replay because we did talk about how Mitch has been needing some positive going on for him. That's dope right there. I'm glad.
Now Mason got his chance for the 2-minute drill. Rudolph driving the ball on his turn down to the 7. Kevin Radar makes a great catch over his head down the middle. Rudolph drive ends stalled at the 7.
Okay.
Does Pickett get a chance?
Okay.
Wow. Practice is over. No chance for Pickett to run 2 minutes.
Oh.
Steelers only go 2 drives, but it's something they rep a lot in camp, so he'll get his chance. Yeah, I want to see that chance. Let me refresh this page if there's anything else.
That is funny, man. No, I do like that though, man.
No, that was it. That was the last tweet.
So first off, in terms of the 2-minute drill, that is something that we do practice a lot in Pittsburgh. And anybody that was a fan of Ben Roethlisberger has watched the Steelers under the Ben Roethlisberger era understands how frequently we would go no huddle, and it would happen whenever. So we did a lot of 2-minute stuff. That was another part of the reasons why we learned hand signals, and learning how to communicate and stuff like that, because it is very difficult when tempo was happening, especially in a 2-minute setting. But the way our offense operated, they would run that whenever. So for Trubisky, though, finishing it, getting that touchdown, man, to Pickens, I do like that a lot, man. He needs more of that. We talked about why he's been struggling in certain elements, not making excuses for him, because some of the stuff is still on him, but the other is in context. Like 2 days ago, he still would have had a touchdown in 7 shots, but it was a drop. You know what I mean? He's had like multiple drops at times. So it's like that part still plays into this thing. But even going to Mason's performance right there.
Get it down
I
to
like
the 7.
him moving into
That's
the
3
7.
points.
That's definitely 3 points. I want 7, but
actually, where did he say he started this from? Like from the 50? So
what's the
3 points is the minimum. It was like the 47, I think.
All right.
2-minute drill.
What was the situation? That was the other part. What do we need?
What happened?
No. So he might. I don't think he knows this, but Coach Tomlin, before we start every 2-minute drill, he tells us the situation: field goal or touchdown. So if it's field goal, him getting to the 7 is still a win. That's still good. If it's touchdown, that's not good. That's a loss because we need a 7. So that's why I was like, what's the scenario? Because you think in a game, right? 2-minute drill. Sometimes you're trailing by, you need a touchdown. Sometimes you need a field goal. But that was one of the things. It's always like, yo, what's the context? What were we looking for? Because even though it's still good ball movement, I need to know, like, if this was game on the line and we needed 6 points and you only on the 7, that's still a loss for us.
Yeah. All it says it started on the offense is 47.
Yeah.
That's all we know. 1 timeout.
Fair enough.
But, that's it for the play-by-plays on today, though. That was the last one.
Yeah, bro. They were in shirts and shorts. Like, I mean, they still had helmets on, but it was like OTAs and minicamp. So when that's the dress, you're just like, bro, why? And none of us know why. Maybe, well, Coach Tomlin probably is going to be speaking, man, so we'll learn more information about that. But, yeah, I was definitely surprised by that. Yeah, this is supposed to be the gauntlet. This is supposed to be your 6 days, pads every day, get after it. But
maybe 1 day break in between, not the worst thing.
I mean, maybe he's also looking at the guys that are leaking as well. You talk about
true, yeah,
fire move, the injuries that we have and stuff like that. I know he said that Minka and Tyson are getting closer to coming back and returning and stuff. I think Omar was talking about that as well. So those guys are getting closer, and that's a good thing, right? Because we still haven't seen them back out there just yet, and we definitely want to see that. Shout out to those vacation bikes. Be careful, whatever you do. But as a whole, man, when we get those guys out there, that'll be another uptick, man, and just getting those guys prepared for the season. So,
100%.
Absolutely, man.
Super
All
chat.
right, let's go to the supers, and after that,
I'm
man,
at Micah Hemp.
All right, let's see. Micah Hemp. Legendary. All right, I think I am at Kyle Monier. Kyle Monier, he says Cody White is going to have to ball out this preseason. No, he definitely is. But Cody White is one of them dudes that's always out there first on that field. He always working on them hands, running them extra routes. I like Cody's energy, bro. Like, we know we talked to him on the show, and it was dope. He was, like, a really good interview. But he's one of them grinders out there. Like, obviously not the most gifted in terms of his ability compared to guys like George Pickens and Calvin Austin. But you talk about a guy that's showing up every single day, that's definitely what Cody's doing, man. 100%.
We're hearing a bunch of random receiver names, too.
Yeah.
The Snead dude's making some plays here and there.
Cody White. Snead, Cody. Sims. I thought Sims.
Yeah, Sims, too.
He had a couple,
didn't he catch a picket pass yesterday?
Absolutely. I was about to say, he had a couple plays out there, man. Yeah.
Not the worst thing.
Absolutely, man. But no,
we just have our top
Cody's
3 or 4 so set, though, I think. We should.
Realistically, we should have our top 4 set. And when you think Deontay, Chase, George, and Calvin, then it's like, all right, who do you want to do for the last one?
And you're talking even big names before these no-name guys. You're talking Boykin and also Anthony Miller.
Anthony Miller, right. Yeah.
It's just the Steelers with receivers. We know what we're doing.
Hey, man, we got our – that is what we specialize in. I like it. All right, Black and Yellow, Texas Still. He says, terrible towel for all upper rumors. Shout out. Get your waves on. Then we got Official Momentum. He says, Marshawn Lynch, video of him dubbing Darth Vader with the crying emoji. I have not seen that. I did see Marshawn. He had a new Subway commercial, though. Shout out to him for that, man. I love Marshawn, but that's the homie, man. All right, Google East. NFL looking for an indefinite suspension for Deshaun Watson. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, man, where they find enough information or enough new information and new evidence to warrant that based on the process that they and the NFLPA agreed upon with the third-party private retired federal judge. I'm just trying to see how this thing works, but yeah.
I think it goes back to what TG said. It's just like the temperature check. They saw what everyone was saying, what the public reaction was, and they're saying like, "Hey, all right, we'll kind of go off what you guys are saying. We want to appeal this. We're gonna go for the year or the indefinite suspension." Just don't blame it on us. We're not the bad guys here. I think that's what the NFL is trying to do.
Because my thing is, I'm like, if I'm Deshaun,
it's the PR battle.
I'm trying to think, if I'm Deshaun and then I do get suspended indefinitely, well, now I got to appeal the indefinite suspension.
Yeah.
And how do you go from 6 to indefinite? Like, that just seems so drastic, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it'll be interesting in terms of just like Yeah, how are they going to find any new information? How are you going to increase
that the previous 3 investigations have not already dealt with? Yeah. All right. Next up, Cal Monier. He says, feels weird to say, but I love seeing the bomb from Mason to Calvin Austin. It's hard to root for him, though, when Kenny is behind him. Kenny is the future.
That's a fair sentiment because I'm not opposed to Mason, but like Pickett's the hometown, the first round pick, all that stuff. I'm with him in terms of like obviously Mason gets way too much hate. His story would be cool too if somehow he was able to pull this off, become the starter, and do well. That's a redemption story. That's a Steel City like mental toughness type of story. Yeah. So I'm not opposed to Mason, but it is. It's like Pickett's got the better story, I think.
And it would be dope for him to be like, I beat out 2 first rounders too.
2 first rounders. You guys disowned me, but look,
Ben didn't even want to teach me to play. But because you remember how that whole I'm appointed, like he would have. Remember I got hit with the helmet. Then you signed a dude that was a part of beating me up too. Like that'd be kind of dope, bro.
It would be a good story. But I'm still rooting for Pickett in terms of the quarterbacks more than the others. Yeah,
but Cal, I definitely can understand that sentiment as well, though, man. All right, next up, Cal, he said, has Mateo Durant done much with Najee being out? I have not really seen a lot from Mateo just yet. Not saying that he hasn't. I just personally haven't been like paying attention to him on that level. But I'll be back out there on Saturday. So I'll be back out there on Saturday in the flesh. Excuse me. I was about to say in the person. Obviously, I'm in person if I'm out there. On Saturday, I'll be back out there. So then I'll be able to make sure I get a little 2 set of eyes on him.
Looks like we picked the wrong undrafted free agent rookie to keep our eyes on. We thought it was going to be Durant.
We definitely thought it was. Moore? And it's been Jalen. Yeah, we definitely thought it was, though. All right. Next, official momentum. He says, TG, let's go. Oh, tell him I said what's good, Moats. With the question mark. Oh, he was asking, yo, can you tell him I said what's good? My bad. I'll text him later on. I got you. Everybody gonna know official momentum. Be like, yo, because he said what up to everybody. He's like, yo, keep telling me I said what up. Someone said what up. All right, we can do that.
He's a show celeb.
All right, now we're at Micah Hemp. I think we're caught up. Correct. Yeah.
LFG boys, just booked my trip to Buffalo for week 5. Hope to see yous there and the rest of the fam. We got to link up for sure.
Let's go.
See you at Orchard Park.
Bro, love going back up there, man. It's the old stomping grounds. You know, it's kind of like, this is my hood. This is where we live at. But that's kind of like when I go back to the Casa. You know what I mean? Like, I love Pittsburgh, but every once in a while I go back to the 757. I don't want to live in the 757, but I enjoy when I visit. I don't want to live in Buffalo, but I enjoy when I visit Buffalo. I want to live in Pittsburgh. That's why I live in Pittsburgh. You know what I mean?
I never got those wings, though.
I know. And literally, it was funny. So
you got to show me around.
My father-in-law, because, you know, we've been hanging out all day today. He was actually talking. He was like, man, he was supposed to come back up to Buffalo and do like the whole tour thing while we were up there. Go to Niagara Falls, the wings, all the other stuff. And that was the off-season. I ended up coming down here to Pittsburgh. And he's like, man, I still want to do it, but I don't know if I could do it now since, you know, you're not playing up there anymore. And I'm like, nah, man, you still got to go. It's still a vibe. And now that you're saying that you know, I mean, I might have to road trip one of these weeks, one of these weekends, one of these months, days. Take a little trip up there, man.
Sean McCartney, if DJ gets traded, what would he be worth?
At least a third.
Oh, yeah. I think at least a second.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I could see why a team wouldn't want to trade it first.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Because you still got to sign him.
I'd be pissed if it was anything higher than a second. If it was a third, I wouldn't be happy.
Yeah. See, to me, I look at it like as a third, as a starting point, but I think it would be a third in something else. Like, that's kind of how I look. Because you still have to sign him. You still have to remember Deontay. As we broke down Deontay versus DK Metcalf, even though Deontay's been a steady producer and he's always gotten better each season, it still hadn't reached those type of heights that some of these other guys have gotten. So that's the part for me where it's like, if I'm going to pay you 20 anyways, we already know that's a little bit of a overstep, you know? Now I'm going to give up multiple draft picks with you on top of that. That's why I think it would be too much for Deontay, just based on what he's done right now.
I get what you're saying with that. Yeah. Fish Momentum has some to close it out, it looks like. Went on a little bit of a run here, so I'll read these off.
I just peeped game.
Says, Pray Johnson stays.
Nah, man, I would agree.
Omar Khan said he wants him.
Yeah.
Also says, Moats, I resent the stuff under my name.
He resents it.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Or maybe saying he resent it.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
He resent. I was like, why would he resent something, bro?
Yeah,
I guess
same spelling,
okay,
different pronunciation.
I was like, what?
Are they both spelled the same? It's just different pronunciation.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because resentment is what resentment. Yeah, and there was. Oh man, that was
So
pretty funny.
yeah, he's talking about his
Yeah,
emails.
that was pretty funny.
And then he says, "Deke, we need the band info."
It was the band name again, bro.
Good luck with that.
That's what it's called. Good luck with that. Do you have a?
Yeah.
What's the website? You gotta. I know I got a social media page, but we're gonna find out.
He says, "Moats and Deke, what games will y'all be at?" I don't think anything's confirmed yet, right?
Yeah, not yet.
We were just talking about the plans for the season last podcast.
Oh yeah, we definitely were. Yeah, because we're definitely still talking about that. We'll get that thing squared away though very soon. Trust me on that, man. Yeah, we're almost having it finalized.
Fish Momentum, get me live on set for a show, and also says, "Deke and Moats, remember September 30th for Ambition."
You heard what he said, Deke. Don't you forget this time either, man. You know you be forgetting all that stuff, man.
I did. Yeah. It was devastating for me to be at Rivers Casino on the day Ambition was there. After Fish Momentum has been letting us know for the last month in the super chats, it's devastating.
Yes,
I messed up there.
Yes, you dropped the ball.
That's pretty accurate. Man. I apologize to Fish Momentum too, but he obviously forgive me.
Yeah, it is all good, man. So shoot. Guess with that being said, oh, that's right, because I go out of town this week, man. Excuse me on that. So next show we'll do is Monday, but then we'll be back on too.
Yeah.
And we're back with our sponsorships as well. They start up next week, man.
Preseason games.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, first one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hall of Fame game. But then, next week, us versus the Seahawks, and it'll be, 3 in a row right there.
Yeah.
It's going to be bumping.
Then we back solid, man. Then it's Monday, Wednesday, 3 days a week, man. Yeah. So we'll go from there, man. So with that being said, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the weekend. If for anybody that will be out there at Late Trail on Saturday, man, if you see me, holla at me. I'll holla at y'all back, baby. So y'all know that's what we do. And research like a son of a gun, but protect yourself at all times. Oh, and I did see a couple supers just coming at the end. Make sure I give you all that.
Off real quick.
All right. I'm about to say,
Fish Momentum says my stories, and I'll bring the Welch's and apple cider White Claw laugh show. And then AJ Martinez says TG's a badass.
Nah, salute, man. And we definitely appreciate each and every one of y'all from the heart, man. So with that being said, until next time, baby.
Peace.